All right, let's kind of jump right into this. My voice is a little bit shot. I've been streaming earlier today. I'm tired. I've had coffee. Let me know if you can hear me. I also have the wonderful Erin with us, aka KC People Suck, entitlement translator. I don't know. She has a lot of different names. Whatever. Pick something. Pick a road. But anyways, make sure you guys can hear us first and foremost, because I got a lot to talk about tonight, and I don't really want to talk about this. I really, honest to freaking Jesus, don't want to talk about this. But I had to think about it, and I talked to Erin, I talked to Tina, and I said, look, I think that's going to help people if maybe they want to figure out what's been going on, because I've kind of reached a brick wall. There's nothing else I can really put together the pieces, so to speak. So maybe you guys can help. But anyways, let me know if you can hear me. Erin, are you there?
Yes, I am here, and I just want to say the favorite name that some people call me is Erin the Enforcer.
Is that sounds like kind of a D&D thing? Erin, hi, I'm Erin the Enforcer.
Okay.
From Nazareth.
Okay.
From Azeroth. All right, so before I get into this email stuff, there's two clips that were sent to me just literally about, 30 minutes ago, that I want to play. And I want to make a really quick kind of a notation on them. From what I understand, Miss Katie Joy Paulson, without a crystal ball, is spewing a lot of garbage in regards to her lawsuits, which I can tell you right now are absolutely false. So, these are two video clips that were sent to me. Won't say by whom, it doesn't matter. But I don't think Erin can hear them internally, but she has seen them. So the first clip, Erin, I'm playing is Katie Joy talking about, which one's the first one here? About the involvement with Kay Baxter.
Yeah,
okay?
This one I didn't hear yet.
Oh, man. You gotta listen to the outside. Listen to the outside.
Yeah, I will.
Okay, because I think this is the first one.
Oh, I can specifically think of Kay Baxter, who has a channel that's covered me. She's been critical of me. I will say that in all of the people that I've spoken to that cover me, that are critical of me, she's by far like the most respectful and treats me like a human and asks me questions. So thanks for that, Kay. So Kay defended me, and she then became...
All right. Hopefully you guys could hear that properly without an echo. If there was an echo, let me know and I'll replay it. But basically, she was admitting that she had been, talking to Kay Baxter. Kay Baxter is one of those people that had, I think, worked actually, I'm just going to say it. I think she personally worked with not just Katie, but with Gnat to try to frame me, Tina, and Erin. Straight up. That's what I personally do believe. Okay. Tina sent them. She's like, I sent them. Yeah. I was like, okay. I mean, there was a lot of things going on with Kay Baxter that I couldn't understand. One, I never really talked to Kay Baxter. Matter of fact, I don't think I ever really talked to Kay Baxter. I don't know Kay Baxter. And at the time when she was on, or Kay Baxter had her stream when she had Waxy and she had Katie Joy on, and all of a sudden I heard things like, oh, Steve's sending death threats. Oh, I verified it Steve's account. I'm thinking, what? What the hell are you talking about? I think that was all set up. I literally think that they all knew beforehand what was going on. You agree?
It's just, absolutely, I agree. And it's just like out of everyone, out of all these channels, out of all of us in the community or whatever who interact with one another, there's only two people that Katie has been giving compliments to all along, and that's Waxy and Charlotte. Or I mean, not Waxy, Charlotte. I mean, Kay and Charlotte. See, God, I just pulled the Cheshire. Oh my God.
Yeah, it's Waxy. Yeah, you know what? It's so funny is if I really had to tell you a distinction between Waxy, Kay, and Charlotte, I don't know really the differences. I don't listen to any of them. Charlotte's never bothered me. I don't think for some reason people are saying, people went after Charlotte. I never saw anything like that. I don't know what the hell they're talking about, but I personally have never had any issue with Charlotte because I don't know anything about her. But Waxy lied about me. Katie lied about me. Kay lied about me. These are facts and evidence. These are not, it's a matter of interpretation, right? So I do think that they knew about all this beforehand, because with the emails that we've seen that came out that were verified that showed that Katie was directly talking to Gnat saying, hey, these are from Steve. These are Steve's Instagram. These are death threats, blah, blah, blah. These all were a narrative that Katie was running, which leads into the next clip. The next clip I'm going to play, Erin, is the one of her trying to say, and brace yourselves for this, people. By the way, I am trying something new tonight. I have goals tonight. I want to get 30 subs and $20 in the next, 24 hours. We'll see. We'll see if I can make that happen. 30 subs and $20 in the next 24 hours. I don't promote myself. Sorry. So I got a little subscription goal up there, and we'll see if it actually works. Probably not, but all right. So she was on her channel, from what I understand, claiming that the reason why she was being sued, somebody had asked her why she was sued so much, because this Gnat person was giving false information to people, and because of that, 7M and Todd Chrisley, and obviously myself, are somehow suing her. No, nothing I have even remotely revolves around Gnat. Nothing they have revolves around Gnat at all. There's nothing there. There's no overlap whatsoever. The reason Katie's being sued is she lies about people. We have the evidence she lies about people. I have the evidence she lies about people. I damn well believe that 7M and Todd Chrisley have the evidence that she's lied as well. 7M has a crap ton of lies. I'm trying not to curse. All my videos are getting yellow. But I want to play that little clip real quick. Oh, Alice, $27.99 Canadian. Thank you, Alice. Wow. Okay, I made my goal already. Now, why didn't it update? Okay, see, this thing doesn't work. It doesn't work. The donation goal is supposed to be. It's supposed to be filled. How does that? Okay, I'm gonna fix that. I'm gonna take that off though, because I've already made my donation goal. Because I'm not gonna gouge people. Thank you, Alice. You made my goal for me. I appreciate that very much. Now I just need 30 more subscribers, which is a lot. All right, so this is the video clip here. And this blows me away. This to me is like, she, honest to God, must think her followers are absolute morons. That she is literally telling them, oh, the only reason I'm being sued is because of this Gnat person. Are you seriously expecting anybody to buy that? That has any idea what is going on? Because they sure the hell won't. So listen to this clip and tell me what you guys think.
Deal with it. And if things come up and these people provoke someone to sue me, we deal with it legally. I mean, these people egg people on to sue me. They've egged people on to start class action lawsuits against me by giving them false information about me. It's crazy. So why are you always getting sued? Deal with it. And if things come up and these people provoke.
Okay, so she is saying that people are, going around trying to get people to sue her. Now, here's the thing. It's not easy to sue somebody. It's not. I'm having a very difficult time. I admit this. However, I at least have the compunction to say to people, look, she has lied about me. I want my day in court. I want restitution. I want vindication. I want people to know she lied. That's my main goal, is to get my story out. Number one thing in my lawsuit is to get the story out that she lied about me and other people. That's it. I don't care if I make a dime on it. I care that she is exposed for lying. That is exactly what I've been telling my lawyers. From day one was my number one goal. Okay? Now, what does this Gnat person, I'm just going to call her Gnat, G-N-A-T, what does she have to do with my lawsuit, Aaron? And what does she have to do with 7M's lawsuit? And what does she have to do with Todd Chrisley's lawsuit?
Damn it. Okay, sorry. I can't get the mute button. Keeps giving me a hard time. Anyway, she's got nothing to do with that. Not a damn thing.
Literally nothing. The only thing she possibly has anything to do with, and I will tell you that she was originally, I don't know if she still is, she was actually, my lawyer wanted her to have it on the discovery, the pre-discovery, as a witness, Natalie as a witness. And I'm like, what do we need as a witness? Because it was her that Katie was talking to when Katie had said she had verified this death threats came from me. But really has nothing to do with Nat. That's all on Katie. That's Katie running narrative. That's Katie making stuff up. That's Katie defending or defaming me. It wasn't Nat. I've never talked about Nat that much. Why? Because she's just scary, to say the least. And I didn't want to deal with any of her stuff. You guys were dealing with it all, so I'm like, okay, I have never talked to Nat directly. I've never talked to her indirectly. I've never asked anybody to send anything to Nat, ever. I know nothing about Nat. All I know is she's insane. And that was enough for me to stay the fuck away from her. But when Katie had said that she had verified things that were not verified, that were not from me, that didn't even exist, that's went into my lawsuit. And that was a suit about Katie, because Katie said those things. So that's the only relationship Natalie has to my lawsuit, and why she would be a witness to it. Which, again, she's not trustworthy. So what would be the point? Does that make sense? Yeah?
That makes perfect sense. I mean, same here. Like I had all kinds of, right, I don't know about all kinds, but I had accounts in my DMs, like going back as far as like early February or mid-February maybe. asking me, we'd like you to talk to Nat. We look into Nat. We don't trust Nat. And meanwhile, all the accounts were Nat, pretty much, at least to my knowledge, they were. And it's like right off the bat, it was just like a big nope burger. I was just, nope, I'm not touching that shit.
Nope.
Like I
Nope.
did end up talking to her on the phone, but that wasn't until like May, towards the end of May or whatever. Like, I don't know if the settlement had happened yet. I don't remember, but like basically it wasn't, I didn't feel threatened or whatever by her. I gave it a minute. I wanted answers.
I don't know if I
don't get
felt
answers,
threatened.
though.
I
You don't get
mean,
answers
I
from
wouldn't want her to like, have personal information about me. She's dangerous. But I mean, have I ever spoke to Nat in any form of communication whatsoever? Email, text, phone call, hangout, Instagram, Twitter, anything. Have I ever, to your knowledge, had any communication with Nat?
No.
Okay. Is anybody in the live chat, do they have any evidence I've ever communicated with Nat? Because I can tell you right now, it has never fucking happened. Not once. But I do believe, very strongly, do I believe, that there are people that were in communication with her that weaponized her. I know for a fact Katie is one of those people. That's not even a matter of if. That is a fact. She admitted that on Kay Baxter's stream, that she was using Nat to lie about me, to say that death threats, and that you were creating CP somewhere down the line. I don't remember exactly where she said that, but wasn't she saying something that you did something with CP?
I don't know.
I can't find verification of that, so I'm going to let that hang out there. But somebody was saying that you were involved somehow with that, and I couldn't find out where that was. But I do.
Yeah, I don't recall her saying that. I don't really recall that being said, and even now until like recently. But even now recently, it's more or less like, oh, you support it, or you support the one who makes it, or stupid shit like that.
That might be what it is. Like I said, I want to get my facts straight. But I do know for a fact she definitely falsely accused me of sending death threats. Mark says, when you file your lawsuit, I have till July. Me and my lawyers are working things out where it could actually be a different process called binding arbitration. And also, I've been in touch with other lawyers to take other actions that might be more beneficial to what I'm trying to accomplish. So, that's the status right now.
I just sent you a link in Messenger before I jumped down here. I hurried up and put a quick little mini video together containing one of the things that I was sent from her live earlier. Just, I don't know if you want to check it out. I don't care if you play it or not. That's not what I'm saying, but just make sure you check it out.
Okay, I will. All right, so what I'm going to...
It's also up on Twitter.
Absolutely. All right, so what I'm going to show now, like I said, I had to really think about, do I want to make these public? I didn't know they existed until I looked in my spam folder about a month or so ago. They were bounced back by the mailer demon. And when I read them, it was disconcerting to say the least, because I wanted to see if anybody else had these emails. I wanted to know who was running these narratives. And come to find out, there were some people running these narratives, which means that Natalie was in communication with them. That means that Natalie was spreading, and these other people were spreading rumors that started somehow in a group with Natalie. And people that were talking about it, those things they were talking about means that they were in communication with Natalie, and they were willfully trying to smear me, willfully trying to set me up and frame me. So I wanted to see who would be talking about that. Now, it's been a while now that nobody else has really said much about them, so I think that it's time to bring them out, and maybe you guys could figure out who else has been communicating with Nat in order to basically use, I don't know what, weaponizer. That's it. I mean, that's it, the weaponizer. Because I'm sure for a fact that it was more than just Katie. Okay, I do believe that it was probably Unirock. I do believe it was Waxy. I do believe it was Kay Opinionated. Do I have evidence of those? No. These are my personal beliefs, just strictly, I guess opinions, right? But I don't have evidence of those. But I certainly have evidence that Katie did. Correct? I mean, does anybody not agree with that out there? I mean, when Katie literally was saying that she was communicating with Nat and talking to Nat in Kay Baxter's Hangout, so that's a given.
Yeah.
All right, so if you guys have evidence that Kay Baxter or Waxy or Unirock were involved in this, by all means, figure it out, okay? Because I think there had to be, but I can't say that I can prove it. Okay, so here we go. These are the emails. These all got bounced back to me, again, as email server. The reason being is because, one, she used a fake name, and she spelled my name wrong, and they didn't go through, okay? So... hang on one sec. Push the wrong button there. So let me. And yeah, if you want to look at those emails, it's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, if my website too, I have some up still that I got or that I received like back, was it like maybe March and April of 2021.
Really?
Yeah.
That far back?
Oh yeah.
Right.
I just took screenshots and put them up there because I felt like keeping them secret and shit was like kind of like helping them keep power. So I thought just just put them out there. Who cares?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Like I said, and by the way, these are not the only ones I've gotten, but these are all at one time. These all were around the same time period, March 23rd. Okay, so these are undeliverable. They come from this Czechoslovakian type account, and then they read like this: forward message from me. This is my address here. I don't know if it's spoofed or not, but probably. But from Olivia Williams, which is Gnat, by the way. Subject: salts. Katie Joy needs taking down. We did what we needed as a community. Knows it's not a big secret. I mean, obviously the grammar's way off. Okay. Like I said, every one of these is obviously a fake email, and it gets worse. But this is trying to whoever she was trying to send these to, and I'm pretty sure that Jeremy Boss Hog was one of the people she was dealing with. It was to make this somehow. Oh, Steve and Aaron and Tina they're all conspiring to take Katie down, which never happened. None of us have conspired on anything to take Katie down. Katie takes herself down by lying about people. That's it. All we ever wanted to do was expose her. And I haven't watched your video with Tina yet that you just did, but I assume that it had to do with why Tina was having the Facebook group and why people were keeping track of Katie's lies.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all it was. Because, hey, newsflash, people, she lies. I know.
Yeah,
it's hard to believe.
It used to crack me up whenever she sit there and say, "Oh, that group is filled with nothing but lies, nothing but lies." And I'm like,
They're her
that group's
words.
filled with nothing but your own words. So you're calling your own words lies.
So
Okay,
she's not
gotcha.
wrong. She actually got something right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So here's this one. Subject: salts. Oh, F off. Again, I'm trying not to get demonetized. Oh, F off, Boss Hog, unless you want me sharing your big secrets like how you plan to have a stillborn. Now, again, this was back in March. And again, I didn't discover these until later on. What happened was I got a new job, as people know. One of the things when you get hired somewhere, they send you some paperwork from HR. And they say, hey, look for it in your email, but it may go to your spam, right? And so I was like, okay, I might as well just clear my spam out. When I went to clear my spam out, 60 emails popped up. All from this Olivia Williams, which was Gnat. Okay, and I know it's Gnat. She's used this email before to send things to me. So this is basically her running this thing about Boss Hog talking about having stillborn. I don't know what happened with Boss Hog's kid. I don't know if she was ever pregnant. She says she was, but lost it. I have no idea. Nor do I care. I don't trust either of them. I no idea what happened with the hogs. I stopped dealing with them ages ago. I haven't been around this channel since I think one time in January. But something about that whole baby thing was just wrong, and I think they got caught. Did you want to add anything on that, Aaron?
I don't know. I honestly don't know about that. Like I don't know if she was ever even pregnant, or if she was pregnant and then miscarried or something. I don't know.
There's no way to know. Now, she says that
Yeah.
she lost it, but again, either way, they lied about still having it. They were still lying to people about that. Both of them were doing that. I can't get past that.
Yeah.
And by the way, Kano can verify when I found these that I told Kano about. I'm like, what the hell are these? So, all right, here. Well, and by the way, there's some trigger warning stuff coming up here. So, well, even if you sent her that one email, it doesn't matter. I purposely changed my second name to message you so people me. You know my name is Steve McCrae, not Steve MCCRAE. So they'll just assume you're lying, LOL. You think I'd send you anything that people would know is me, LOL. Now, this is actually very telling, too. You know who actually uses NO a lot rather than KNOW? Natalie. I've seen her do it before. Yeah, I've seen her do it before. But I mean, I already know these are from Nat. There's no question about that. But because this is one of her addresses. But you see that she's trying to set me up from me. That my name is Steve McCrae. These are from me. Yeah. Okay. Right.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but I just
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
pulled up the YouTube, I don't know, her YouTube here, and I'm looking at her description for the video. For about 2.5 years, we've been dealing with an issue that has been pretty. She's alleging that Nat's been around for 2.5
Yeah.
years.
Yeah, she from what I understand, she's alleging that all these woes she's trying to pin on Nat as a scapegoat. Now, I'm not saying that Nat isn't responsible for many of the things. Not at all. I am not defending Nat. Nat is like pure evil, right? But she didn't exist until like the Taddy Westbrook case. And even then, I don't even know how the hell she came out of wherever she came out of. And I do think there was a relationship between her and other people in those other communities somehow. Again, personal belief. I cannot give you evidence for that, but it just seems. How does this rando come out of nowhere, right?
It doesn't make sense. I agree. I fully agree. She's
trying to blame all the lawsuits on that.
Realize though that like being dishonest about these basic, very easily verifiable things has to hurt her credibility.
But look at Amber Heard. Amber Heard know that as well. But when you're a narcissist, you lie. You lie. I mean, look at Kyle. He was willing to lie under oath in a deposition, just like Amber Heard was, just like Katie's probably willing to do. Now, Katie hasn't been deposed yet, but I have absolutely no doubt. I would stake my channel on it. She's not going to tell the truth on a deposition. There's no possible way she would. But she's trying to tell her followers that all these lawsuits are just, Natalie. Yeah, like somebody in the UK can get somebody like Robert Shin or Todd Chrisley to sue Katie. It's not like they have their own reasons for suing. It's not like it's, Katie went around trying to say that, oh, this dad was blackmailing his daughter, saying that if you don't do what I tell you to do in this FBI investigation, I will release a sex tape. What the hell does that got to do with Nat?
Yeah.
Nothing. Now, again, Nat is completely responsible for things like trying to swat Saltsy. She's responsible for fabrication of CP. She's responsible for fabricating evidence and emails like this. Needs to be banned from the internet forever, and I hope goes to jail for 20 freaking years. But Katie is the one that was enabling her. Katie was the one talking to her, behind her, trying to get her to implicate people. I know you talked to Nat, and I know that Tina talked to Nat, but neither one of you ever tried to manipulate her, and both of you, I swear to God, I 100% believe, did so with the best intentions.
Yeah, and so did like the majority of people here in the community. Only the people who were trying to just fucking tell a tale and try to spin a story, those are the ones that I find suspect. Like, you took advantage, you exploited this fucking situation, this situation where, according to everyone else's and what they allege, that this crazy person, this dangerous person, was making these horrific images of our children, and you're sitting here exploiting her. Correct. For your own personal gain. I mean, that's how. I'm sorry, you're suspect as hell at that point.
Absolutely. And this one's a little bit more, like I said, trigger warning. And again, Saltz knew about. I'm sure knew about all these. He had warned me that Nat was up to her old tricks. He had even said that she's trying to fabricate emails about me. So I'm sure that he got copies of all these. And I think that these are probably what he was talking about when he was saying that on Twitter. If it wasn't these emails, there was definitely other emails that she sent me. So at least some of these emails, somewhere down the line, he was trying to tell me Nat was fabricating. Because he said that on Twitter, if you remember.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know the dates match up with these particular ones, but it wouldn't surprise me. He says, I edited one photo of Vaughn and one photo of Zoe Saltz into an adult photo that isn't CP. It's a Photoshop, and they're just images of Little Miss Noble did the remainder, and she said Nat did some with Dustin. And I've never talked to Dustin in my life, and I didn't even know Little Miss Noble existed until like end of the Toddy Westbrook case. That's it. Nat sent us email contents to our. Nat sent. This is so hard to read. Nat sent us email contents to send our to others. Little Miss Noble worked tirelessly for me, and God damn. You try reading this shit. It's not even coherent. As did others in a group project to hold Katie Joy accountable for her actions over the past few years. Okay. Again, no, there was no group project. There was nobody getting together to do any of this stuff. If Nat shared what happened, I would release these photographs. I of her being raped that Rankin got from the UK database when she tried to take her ex-husband to court for stabbing and raping her, accused 5 men of gang rape. It did not go to court, but there are 3 videos of her being gang raped that I have hold of. Natalie knows to do what I say. I mean, first of all, that's not even coherent.
Yeah, I know.
These are emails from Nat. I don't know who they're supposed to be. Okay, the only thing that makes sense about this is that she somehow spoofed my email, right? Or did something in a mailer to send these emails to Olivia Williams 844, which is Nat, to try to make it sound like I'm sending emails to Olivia, even though that's Nat. But for some reason, they got bounced back from the server, and they ended up going to me instead, because she must have used my real address somewhere down the line. I don't know the logistics of it. If somebody can figure that out, by all means, let me know. Okay?
I don't know. I'd have to, if you want to download them and send them to me, then I'll look at it. But I mean, I don't know.
If I can figure a way to get them to, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if you look at it says undeliverable, mailer, demon, localhost, undeliverable. I'm sorry to inform you that your message could not be delivered to one of our recipients. The only thing I can think of is it's something. Okay, if you send an email like from an email program online, an online service, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I use an actual email. Let's say I use your email. I have your email, right? So I use your email and then I send it to somebody else. But for some reason, it doesn't go through to the other person, right, that I'm trying to send to. It will get bounced back to your actual email. So would it make sense if she went into some kind of online mail server, put my actual email in, send it to Olivia 844, which no longer worked for some reason or didn't go through to that address, and then it let me know, the actual owner of that account, that the email wasn't sent?
I don't know, but she did use a spoofing site. She used the place from the Czechoslovakia or the Czech Republic.
Yeah, but is that a spoofing or VPN?
It's spoofing.
Okay, spoofing. Okay, because that's what this is. This Mikil this Czech.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So she spoofed something, but again, I don't know the logistics. But for some reason, it got sent to my actual real account. This is my real email, and it's public. I have multiple emails. I have like 3 or 4 I use for different things. I have one for my business cards. That way, it generates. I know who sent an email from my business card. Then I have one that's strictly for non sequitur, and then I have this one, and then I have a couple other ones that I use for other things. Nothing nefarious. Don't get all crazy.
Porn.
Don't go. Porn. Hard or soft?
Does it matter? Well, no, that's not true.
Wait, why do you need email for porn? I thought that's free.
Well, I mean, basically, you need to verify your email address
Do
for
you?
accounts and shit. Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
I don't know. I've never signed up for a porn site, but good to know.
Well, I didn't either. Nat signed me up for several.
Sure, you didn't.
She did. She really did.
You're not the only one. Nobody did it with me, but somebody else did for somebody else who's probably watching right now because they were here earlier. They signed them up for was it Tinder or Grindr or I don't know, something like that. I don't remember what it was or something adult. All right. Here's
she signed me up for 1 second. I can tell you exactly. It's like a lot of it. It's me and Tina. Pornhub, YouPorn, Xvideos, TNA Flicks, Odyssey.
I didn't get any of that. Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't get any of that. I have good spam. I have really good spam filters, but I didn't see any of that come up. And I wouldn't have cared. But it just she didn't do that to me. You've done what? You forwarded all my emails to Natalie. Okay, as in Natalie Kennett. Are you crazy? I will sue you and tell everyone this is you, and you will be arrested. And you do threaten me, and arrested. And wait, you will be arrested. Don't you threaten me? I think it's supposed to be without the N and apostrophe. Come on, don't you speak Natalie? I don't.
No, I don't.
Yeah. Somebody asked, so Steve ever talked to Nat? I have never spoken to Nat in any form of communication whatsoever in my life. I know nothing about her other than she's fucking insane. Here we go. But some of these are duplicates too.
Not even like the good kind of crazy either.
And I don't know why they come duplicate. Like, see this one right here, 1233.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to the next one. It's the same thing.
I got that. Yeah, I would get like one time I got like 12 of the same email in, like within like a split second of each other. Like all of them came right in.
Why?
Like, what the fuck? I don't know. I think it might have something to do with their spoofing email site. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe just something goofs up and it just sends it a bunch of times. Or maybe it doesn't show that it's sent, and so the user will put it through again and again and again
Yeah,
and again.
you're keeping send, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go. Subject, Michael Sauls. Boss Pig, good night. Delete the email, and we can discuss this tomorrow when I'm sober. From me. Hey, Keno Browner, who is my roommate for the last 5 months. How many times have you seen me not sober? Once is the answer. I can tell you right now. You know why it was once, Aaron? Because that's the time that I bashed my head against the ground and made sure the gravity still worked. That's the only time I've been drunk.
That's the one time you got drunk is after you fucking had a head injury?
No, I got the injury while drunk.
On
my birthday, February 14th. I went out for my birthday and I had some wine, I had some beer, then a friend of mine bought me a double shot of Jack. And let's just say that walking back wasn't a pleasant experience. But yeah, I face planted in the ground, and you saw the scar, the when I hit my head. But Keno can tell you, I don't drink. Very, very rarely do I drink. When I go out to the bar, I have like one beer, and even at home, she's always asking me, "Hey, Steve, have a drink with me?" And I'm like, eventually. I bought not a Bud Light, I bought a freaking Natural Light like 4 days ago. It's still in the freaking fridge, So it's like, yeah, I don't drink that much.
I don't know. If I'm going to drink it, it has to be one or the other. Either I don't drink at all and I keep being productive throughout the rest of my day/night, or I make drinking the productive part of my day/night and do it right.
Yeah. No, I got nothing against it. It's just not for me. I'm not a big drinker.
Right.
My body can't process it. Yeah, Keno says it wasn't around your birthday. It was actually on my birthday. I sent here's like I said, here's trying to set me up big time. This is a legal thing right here. I sent a few threats to Salts, but not many. Little Miss Noble sent the majority. Now this is actually, to me, accusing, trying to implicate me in a crime.
Mm-hmm.
Now, luckily, I have talked to Salts. I've talked to Salts for a long time. Salts knows better. And so the people that were trying to frame me with the Salts, he's already aware. He knows who the dishonest agents are. I absolutely believe 100%. He's well aware of the people that were hindering the investigation, and they certainly weren't Tina, myself, and Aaron. They were the people in a hangout that was on Kay Baxter's channel.
Yeah, the ones that were working with Katie, apparently, according to Katie now.
Yeah. Well, at least she admitted it, right?
No, Katie admitted it. Kate didn't, right? Or did Kay? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so. I made Vaughn head on a dick with Todd effing him. Trigger warning. Though I thought Katie Jory could do something to spunk over. LOL. Nat has it. Little Miss Noble sent it to her to post when she refused. Little Miss Noble did it for me and got Reds to help out. And by the way, this is actually referring to, I think, Res Red, but Little Red, because later on there's some she's saying things about Reds and she means Little Red.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay, so this is trying to implicate and frame me for things that she created, right? So I like to know who she was trying to send these to other than this fake account here, which is her. Because that's where they came from.
Let me see here. I don't know.
If you check the IP here, it comes from Czech Republic, right? So
yeah, that's the
right.
Proxy server here.
Yeah. But like I said, you can see why I kept this private, right? I want to know who was spreading these rumors. I wanted to know who else was getting these emails. But so far, it's been since March. And nobody's been talking about it, so I don't think anybody got them because they would have put them all over the place, right?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if I got any with your name. I don't even remember. I'd have to look.
Lee Watson says, so you're saying Kay and others working with Katie. How do you know this? Because Katie just admitted it on tonight. Did you watch the beginning of this video?
Katie just said so.
She just said so in her own words. And she was on Kay's stream, and Kay actually, it's funny. Kay was going, oh, people thought I was crazy trying to just say it was Steve. She didn't say that part, but she said, and people thought I was crazy, meaning that, oh, I thought it was Steve all along, and people thought I was crazy. That was already worked out with Katie. There's no question about it to me. None whatsoever.
But you know what? I gave Kay the benefit of the doubt, but now, after knowing what I know now and seeing how hard, of all people, Kay has been just gunning for me about pushing these false narratives and shit and trying to like ruin my reputation or whatever online. I don't fucking know. But seeing that, oh yeah,
absolutely.
This was by design, no doubt.
All right, so this one's a little bit longer. It says, I added one photo of Vaughn and one photo of Zoe. Basically, this is the same thing as above. Then she adds on, though. Same thing. This is the same thing as the other one. Yes, I was behind the false Katie Joy account. She already knows this, and we spoke in Friday. I did not threaten her. That was Little Miss Noble, and I was unaware what Little Miss Noble was doing. The KD Joy account last week I was unaware of, but I would take a guess at Little Miss Noble. Not quite sure which false Katie Joy account she was talking about. I do think that Nat was behind many of the fake Katie Joy's accounts. I don't think for a second in the video that Katie Joy is talking about that she used as a restraining order TRO for Little Miss Noble. I don't think for a second that was Katie talking to Nat. I think Nat was fabricating the entire story, both sides, kind of, so to speak, like she did with the audio. And do I think that Unirock helped her with that audio? Yes. I think Unirock went out of his way to get that audio, fix it, clean it up for Nat, and make it clearer to get rid of the cuts to make it sound more believable. And if you don't believe me, go look at Moderate Extreme's video on that. He makes a very good case for that on his video, if you've seen that.
That one I have not seen. I've been digging his channel though today, but I watched a bunch of shit on his channel.
Yes, Nat is out on bail, but one of the restrictions on her bail is that she cannot use any kind of social media, any kind of equipment that can go to the internet, or she loses her bail. So kind of hope that she does. I'd like to see her back in jail, and I'd like to see her rot in jail for 20 years. So, Washington said, I know for a fact that Kay didn't know Katie Joy was coming on the stream. You're wrong. I never said that. I didn't say that she knew that she was coming on the stream. I said that they were talking about this prior, and this was all behind the scenes stuff that they were coming up with. I never said that she, definitely knew Katie was going to go on that particular stream, but they were talking about it before. That's not speculation. Katie has said that they were talking before, and it was very clear by what Katie has said. I knew it all along, or there you go. Because she's like, here's the telling part, Aaron. She said, do you want to say who it was? Well, how would she know who it was if she wasn't talking to her before?
Yeah, how did she even know that there was someone?
Right. So Washem, answer that question. That's not speculation. How would Kay know, hey, would you like to say who it was, knowing that she was going to answer me? Because she's like, well, there you go. And people thought I was crazy. She knew that Katie Joy was planning to say my name. How'd she know that? How does she know that?
Well, I mean, I don't, but yeah.
STK says, since when was Uni involved in any of the audio? Uni cleaned up that audio recording by getting rid of some of the background noise for the splices.
Yeah, you said that in Minor Break and Stream, it was the part of the original or whatever?
Which original?
The one that Uni... Oh, no, you didn't tell me this. Did you tell me this?
I have no idea.
Oh, maybe it was...
I think it's probably moderate. Yeah, it's probably moderate.
Yeah.
Moderate extremist makes sense because he was the one all over that showed that on his channel. Yeah. Whether it's planned or not is irrelevant. She knew she was going to say that, Worsham. Explain to me logically, why would she say, do you want to say who it was, and then say, well, there you go, and people thought I was crazy. She knew that she was going to say my name. How does she know she was going to say my name if they didn't talk about it prior? Again, logic, reason. I would really like a reasonable, logical explanation for that. And how do you know that wasn't planned? You're not giving me any evidence for that. You're just expecting us to believe you on that. At least we have evidence that there was something going on behind the scenes because she had known that she was going to say my name.
Yeah.
Okay, you're just, right now you're just spewing stuff. You're saying we're wrong, but answer the question, Worsham. And by the way, obviously this is not a real account, so I'm going to give you one more try. You say she didn't know she was going to say my name, but she literally had said, well, there you go, and people thought I was crazy. What was it she thought she was crazy about? And I'm yeah, I don't know anything about Dottie's involvement, and I have no idea. All right. Okay, here we go. Tell Natalie that I want her to take the Holy Spackle's channel down. Now, this is kind of interesting that Nat knows about Holy Spackle.
Yeah, what?
Oh, well, Washam has proof. You have proof. Okay, so what's the proof that Kay did not know that Katie was going to say my name? What's the proof that Kay did not know that she was going to say my name? When she said, oh, people thought I was crazy. What was she crazy about then? And yes, you can prove a negative. So you get a timeout. If you're going to say stupid stuff, you get times out. I'm not going to put up with
Dude, I just hate a huge fight about that.
You know what? You know what? Actually, both you guys get timeout. Come back on the real accounts. Both you guys get times out. I'm not dealing with fake accounts.
Here's the deal. Like if you don't have enough confidence in what you're saying to put your name behind it or put some proof or evidence behind it, well then I don't have confidence in any shit you're saying, and I'm not going to waste my time.
Yeah, so I'm blocking both of them. If you can't come around on a real account, then I'm not interested. I don't do troll accounts because that's cowardly. All right. So, and directly the last video, or take the blame for the stock account, Madison M. I don't know who that is. Do you know who Madison M is? This is another reason. No. Some of these things in here, I don't know the people they're talking about. You know, Founding Father. Is this a fake account too? Kay did not know she was going to say your name. Nobody did. We didn't know all this info then. Well, who are you? And answer my question. Why did Kay respond? Well, there you go. And she also said, and people thought I was crazy. Who was she referring to? What was she referring to? She was very clear on that. Well, there you go. And the inflection in her voice was she already knew who she was going to say.
See, and this makes perfect sense on why she didn't want to put a disclaimer or anything up on the video.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
It was intended. It was purposeful.
Yeah. That's how I'm looking at it. So, Founding Father, what evidence do you have otherwise? Well, you may have a hard time believing that Katie knew Natalie was going to... No, I didn't say that. You guys are changing that. I never said Kay knew that she was going to say that. I said Kay knew that they were talking about this at some point. They have had to talk about it prior, that the discussion between Katie and Nat was taking place in emails, because we've read those emails. Mm-hmm. We've read them. We know that Katie was talking to her and trying to get her to frame me. Right? That's unequivocal. Agreed?
Yeah, dude, I have the emails. I fucking have them on my computer.
Billy Martin, do you agree that Katie Joy was talking to Nat, trying to get her to frame me, saying that I sent death threats from messages on Instagram that didn't exist? Do you agree with that, Billy Martin?
I'm going to go looking for that file just in case.
And Founding Father? All right. She will need to download the video. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. I don't know who this Madison M. I never heard that name before. So if anybody recognizes that, please let me know. Again, I want to make these public so maybe it can help you guys piece things together. For the time period, 2 hours during the chat in EKC's chat. That's you. That's your chat. Mm-hmm. She will need to download the video and chat to see what I said. If she does this for me, I will delete the image she sent me when I was Katie Joy in 2020. She'll know what I mean. Yeah. On 01/19/21, she first contacted Michael Sauce on my behalf. She is aware of both these dates. In regards to things stand, if she says anything more, let her know I spoke to Aaron, A-R-A-N, don't know who this is, on December 4th, 2020. Oh, I think she means Aaron.
Yeah.
Let her stew. She won't post these now. She knows better than the testament. And once again, I have a lot of conversations with Salts. And so people trying to frame me with Salts was stupid. He already knew. He already knew that was all bullshit. No, you don't have to dox yourself. No, you don't have to dox yourself. But I mean, have a real account somewhere, not these made up accounts that just come around that I've never seen before. I'm not interested in that. You don't dox your account. If you just made up an account that came out of nowhere, I'm not interested. You just why bother? You have to dox yourself. Like, how old is this account? WRAWN. How old is the account? Yeah, I mean, it's hard to. I have that. I have that plugin that allowed you to go to see what date they were formed.
Yeah, I can look in a second. I'm seriously, I'm looking for that file real quick.
Yeah.
I just want to have it available in case you decide you want to pull it up, whatever.
Which
I'll
file?
have it in 2 seconds. The one with the emails, the show between Nat and Katie, where they she guides the whole fucking conversation.
Yeah, of course. I don't think we're talking about the same video. Because
it's not a video, it's a PDF file.
No. The one of the live chat. Go to Monitors Extremes' channel, and he shows a video of spliced together conversations that Unirock was playing and saying that he fixed the audio. Unirock said he fixed the audio. He enhanced the audio. Those were his words. So I don't know what video they're talking about. Maybe we're not talking about the same thing in the live chat. But if you watch Monitors Extremes' video, Unirock says he enhanced the video and cleaned up the audio. So maybe we're not talking about the same thing. Let's see here. Carly says, as someone who was there for that stream, which I remember, and as a mod as a panel, none of that was planned. I never said that was planned. I said she had at some point had to talk to Katie about the death threats, supposed death threats. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She explains why she said, there you go. Well, she doesn't, it's not.
Yeah, it's a shitty explanation. Yeah, it's yeah, I don't buy that for a second.
I don't buy it for a second. Yeah. And even if this was all true, let's assume arguendo that they didn't know. Why hasn't Katie ever rectified it? Why she hasn't fixed it? Why has she not admitted that Katie Joy lied about it? Why hasn't she done that? This again makes it very difficult for me to accept she did not know ahead of time.
Yeah.
Founding Father says, so you believe that Katie talked to Kay prior to the stream at some point. So why is it bad that others believe that you were in contact with Nat? But I never talked to Nat. They can believe whatever they want, but there's no evidence for it because it never happened. There's literally no evidence. I have evidence that Katie and Katie Joy were talking because Katie Joy admitted it tonight in her own stream even. I mean, I don't understand what you guys don't understand, that evidence means that you have reasons to accept something to be the case. When Katie Joy out of her own mouth says that she has been talking to Kay and that Kay has been supporting her. They have been in communications. I have never once spoken to Nat in any capacity. Never. A real account is one you just didn't make up this month. If you made up an account just to come to this channel to talk in the live chat tonight, that's not a real account. So I usually go by about 3-month rule.
3 months, Jesus! If it's newer than like 2 years old, forget it.
All right, so moving on here. If she isn't responding, ask her if she remembers the preacher situation. And I guess that's Preacher Boy?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Tell her what she needs. Tell her he knows I know too. And I will post it publicly that she raped a minor child. If she posts these emails, I have that information. I have the photos that she sent me when she thought it was Katie Joy. And so it'd be best interest not to show if any messages or emails that you've accidentally shared with her. Again, how do you parse that out? By the way, I know what I can do here. Hang on. You know what, Aaron? You didn't realize you can do this in real time, and I just realized I can too. I'm going to set this for people, so I know these are real accounts because I only want to talk to real people and not, trolls. So I'm going to set this. I try to make it easy as possible on people, but people make it very difficult. So we're going to make it subscribers for 20 minutes. No, actually, we're going to make it for, you have to be a subscriber for 1 hour because I don't want to, that means they've been on this channel before. I think it's fair, right?
Yeah, that I moved mine up to like 1 minute or something, 1 minute to like 5 minutes.
All right, there we go. That might cut back some of the chatter because again, I don't give a crap if they have a fake name. That doesn't bother me. But I mean, it's at least a name, an avatar they've been around for some time, right? You're speculating. Yeah, I am speculating. I admit that. So you're saying, okay, so Billy Martin, you're saying there's a fact that Katie Joy and Kay have never spoken prior to that hangout. Is that your argument? Oh, she said she had talked to Katie Joy about admitting before she admitted that, but that doesn't prove what you're claiming. Well, okay, but it's still highly suspect that when she had asked Katie, do you want to say who it was, she seemed to know what she was going to say. Okay, that's my opinion. She seemed to know what she was going to say. Right?
Yeah.
All right. So anyways, I don't know what any of this is. I really have no idea what this is referring to because I don't follow the preacher boy situation. So maybe it might help you guys figure it out.
I barely even paid attention to that myself. Yeah.
And that one's just a duplicate. Good night, Boost Hog Dizkey, that email cat. Now, have you noticed here, Aaron? Do you notice this?
Yeah.
Yeah. This most of the emails she spelled my name wrong. my name doesn't have 2 C's in it. It's only one. MC capital RAE is my name. All right. And so, by the way, I think I made a critical mistake because at some point in time I had mentioned something like this and I said that she spelled my name wrong, and I think she fixed it after that. Whatever. I don't know. But like see how this one's fixed. But I mean, this wasn't at the same time. But I've gotten other emails for her prior. But anyways, I have sent a few threats to Saltz, but not many. Lemons Mobile sent the majority. Again, trying to frame me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Salt's not an idiot. Salt said warned me that Gnat was trying to send false emails, fake emails.
Jeez.
Now, here's the interesting one. I'm going to bed. Reds, meaning this one, she's referring to Red's rhetoric. The other one, she's referring to Little Red. I'm going to bed. Reds has naked photos of Chesh. He will release them, but won't be me, and I won't share photos of Rob, whoever that is, and details I gave you of AZ. She will forgive me, for yes, I have naked photos of Natalie. She thought I was Michael Brown and Clark Swanson. She's a fruitcake, I know, and can you do more harm? I wish Boss Hog Rankin would destroy on my say, so apologize to me and matter will be forgotten. Now, this is interesting because wasn't it interesting that I had people asking me that I had naked photos of Cheshire? So that came from Gnat, and obviously people that were talking to Gnat decided to run with that bullshit narrative.
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
So anybody who ever thought that I had naked photos of Chesh, you guys were in on this somehow. You guys were somehow communicating with Gnat, and that was Gnat's bullshit narrative, and you guys ran with it on purpose.
Jesus.
That came straight from Natalie. And this is the same one as the other. Here we go. No, this is different. I edited one photo of Vaughn, one photo of Zoe Saltz into an adult photo that isn't CP. It is Photoshop and just images of Lemons Noble. Did the remainder, and she said Nat did some with Dustin. Actually, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same one. Again, subject Saltz. No, the FBI weren't involved. Saltz did lie about that. No, the FBI were involved. She's been arrested. So what was the anti-Katie Joy's are dumb enough to believe it, and he's a good man. He doesn't need to know what I helped Lemons Noble with editing or was involved with Nat. Tell him you will be facing a lawsuit of your own. I've just spoken to Nat, and she's not going to say anything as she knows better. She will take blame, and UK authorities are not investigating. That was a lie from her. That didn't age well. Just as we told they wouldn't, so why disturb the peace? Okay. What do you think on that one? I mean, that didn't age very well, now did it?
No, it didn't. Not at all.
Yeah. And by the way, one of the reasons I'm releasing this stuff is I want every one of you out there, if you know anybody that was running into these stories, they were somehow involved with Nat somehow.
You know, now that I think about it, I want to go back to not on stream, but
or they believe in bullshit. They
my
have no
email.
evidence.
I want to see what narratives and shit or whatever I can find in my emails. Like I haven't even looked at them. I don't since I got them pretty much.
Big Justice, that's a major claim based on pure speculation. What's a major claim? I don't think it's a major claim. If people are running with a narrative that wasn't true and it came from Nat, then somehow that had to get from Nat to other people that people were buying into without evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Which Aaron, myself, and Tina have always talked about evidence, evidence, evidence. It's okay if you want to speculate and talk about speculation, but you still need reasons to have speculation. At least what we're talking about as far as speculative, I have reasons to speculate on. I think Kay had to know something about that, the way her inflections were, the way she asked the questions, the way she won't fix it. These are all circumstantial, but circumstantial evidence allows for speculation. There's nothing wrong with that. But they didn't have any kind of circumstantial evidence. They had lies. They had things they knew were lying. We know Katie lied. We know Katie had been saying, oh, this is Steve's account. I verified this. She didn't verify it. There was nothing to verify. That isn't speculation. That's deception. Yeah. That's dishonesty. Yeah. BB, if you believe something that you don't have evidence for, then you are supporting Nat, whether directly or indirectly, because you ran with shit that she was bullshitting about. If you hear something that's a rumor and you hold it true without evidence, then you are indirectly supporting Nat. How are you not? But I believe there are people who were directly supporting Nat. I know for a fact, we already know that Katie Joy was supporting Nat because she was in emails with her saying, oh, that's Steve's account. Oh, yeah, that's been verified. That's Steve sending you those threats. Does anybody doubt that? Does anybody want to tell me that never happened? Are you going to gaslight me on that? Has anybody ever told you it didn't happen, Aaron?
No.
Interesting. Has anybody out there, anybody want to say that didn't happen? Because I'm curious. Autistic I hate, I'm not a big fan of the R word, even though, whatever. That take the spastic bus to the high school. Because if you're autistic, it has nothing to do with being retarded. I'm just going to say it. It has nothing to do with that. And I don't like those two things together. If you want to use the word retard, use it in a way that reflects something like the water was retarded flow, right? Because that means to slow down. The words autistic and retard should never go together.
Correct.
Where's the evidence that anyone is even involved with Nat? Are you joking? Are you joking? Literally, we have emails with Katie talking to Nat about framing me. The only people who would know for sure communicate with Nat were Dottie, Tina, and Aaron, and Katie Joy. Are you forgetting that, BB? I know that Aaron and Tina did, and I know that Dottie did, but I think all three of them had the best intentions. Although I don't know the extent that what Dottie talked to her about. I wasn't privy to that, but I do know Tina and Aaron, those were the best intentions. But you saying that? Are you trying to say that Katie Joy never talked to her, that never said that was verified from Steve, BB? Please answer that question. BB, are you trying to tell me that Katie Joy never spoke to Nat about verifying Instagram messages that included death threats that were from my account that never existed? Is that clear enough, Aaron, to them?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Thank you.
Sorry. I know I'm right on the cusp of these emails. They're over here and they're in this folder somewhere. So I'm just going through everyone now.
Keno and I have to have a talk. What do we do? Keno's like, Steve and I will talk about that when I get home. What I do, Keno? What I do? This one's talking about...
It wasn't me.
Yeah, it wasn't me. Subject, NK, which would be Nat Kennett. Let's see here. BB, I've asked you a question. I would like an answer on that. Res Rhetoric has never lied. He is an outstanding member of my team. I have a team now? I have a team?
I don't have a team. That's bullshit.
Yeah, why does I get a team? Uni is talking shit as usual. Well, that's always true. You know how Natalie is Uni, just like her, both talk in circles and are retarded as each other, spastic, whatever. I don't know Uni's involved with the Nat, but I think there's probably something there. I just don't have no idea what it is. None. I really don't. I can't even speculate on it. But it's just weird. There's that. She keeps talking about Uni in some of these messages.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, why would she even bring up Uni? Why?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially too throughout this time, like wasn't she was hating Uni, like not hating, just like over him.
Yeah, and I don't know why she was bringing him up. Yeah, I know the names of the people that have talked to her for sure, right? Dottie, Tina, Aaron, and Katie Joy. Those are and I'm sorry, Kay, Waxy, because they were in stream with her, right? So that constitutes talking to her. Who else talked to her?
Who, Nat?
Yeah.
Oh, pretty much everyone. I mean,
I'm not the only one that didn't talk to her.
well, no, I'm sure that there's some. I don't really know of any.
It's not everyone that didn't talk to her. All right. By the way, BB, I'm still waiting for your answer on that. BB, are you saying that Katie Joy never talked to Katie? Excuse me, Katie Joy never talked to Nat, trying to get her to say that I had sent her death threats? Okay, Nat confessed, so why make... What date on this? March 22nd. Nat confessed, so why make a deal out of this now? Her confession means nothing. I mean, Erin was very, very astute when she said that no matter what Nat says, it doesn't vindicate anybody. Why would anybody believe her? She could say 1 + 1 = 2 and I'll break out a calculator. She can say Steve had nothing to do with anything, but why would anybody believe that based on her word? It should be based on the evidence. But it certainly doesn't vindicate anybody because she's not honest.
Yeah, I mean, like, when she was on Nikki's stream there and she was, telling a different story or whatever, and I made a comment in the chat, I'm like, oh, because, Kate was in there wanting her off or whatever. I'm like, oh, it's funny, when she's telling a different story, whatever, people want to kick her out, but in case, whatever. But the thing is that nothing, and I even said this, I'm like, no, don't get me wrong. She can't exonerate me. She no longer has that power because her words, everything that comes out of her mouth is so untrustworthy. She does not have the power to condemn or exonerate anyone.
Right. Exactly. Annamere, there's actually emails that have been verified by Salsi of Katie Joy talking to Nat, trying to convince Nat that those supposed death threats were from an account that was supposedly in my name that never happened. These emails exist. Now, if you haven't seen them, go to Erin's channel. She has had them on her channel and shown them. Have you not seen them? Amire, I guess. Have you seen? Because those were not fabricated. Those were real emails. Yeah, I know you, BB. I know you said that Katie talked to Nat, but my question was, do you agree Natalie was talking to Katie, or Katie was talking to Natalie, trying to convince her that supposedly those death threats are from Steve, from his account that, quote, I verified? I don't have those emails. Erin has them. Again, I don't pay much. I don't do much with any of this stuff. I've all left this up to Erin and Tina do that, whatever the hell they do on their channel stuff. Okay, I just don't really have a likeness for this crap. So no, I don't have those emails, but they do exist.
Yeah, I'm pulling them up now. They're on my fucking hard drive. I just don't remember where I put them.
Yeah. She even thinks she's responsible. She made herself the martyr, not my problem. And I am 100% transparent with you. You know that we are not a cult. That's Uni been his usual retarded self.
Oh, I know where I can find him. I just emailed him to someone not too long ago. I'm an idiot.
Now, this one is pretty sick. Can you read this one for me?
Yes, I think maybe. Wait a minute, my screen's frozen. Presenting screen is frozen. Oh, okay, wait a minute. You can't move this person. I had it pinned. My bad.
Now, again, this is from where she not just tried to spoof my name to send a fake account to this account, trying to make it pretend it was from me and spell my name wrong. But she had Nat is so morally bankrupt that she's using Bull's death, and there's only a handful of people.
How does she even know about that?
That's what I like to know. I have no, because again, people.
This was back in. Oh no, this was just this past March. All right,
yeah, but people have been talking. Why would Nat even relate? Why would she even say anything about Bull unless people were talking to her about it? Bull, because this says Bull was my friend. He died, cowardly died. Like I would, you know what? You can believe all the other shit you want from any of these emails, but to believe that I would ever say this is the worst of the worst.
Right. Yeah.
Emery said, didn't Nat verify those Instagram DMs that were sent to Lindsay? That has nothing to do with anything. What does that have to do with these are actual emails that Salsi had, okay, and that Katie Joy did not say they weren't real. These were verified by Salsi to be true. And Katie Joy admitted it on Cameron when she was talking to Nat about these things, that she had been talking to her saying, oh, I had been, Nat had told me that she had been getting death threats. I asked her who she got them from. We went, saw that it was Steve's account, and I verified it was Steve's account. We have the conversation between them that backs that up. So I don't think anybody's arguing that never happened. Are you arguing that didn't happen? Am I? Because that's, I know you're not, but that's not even something that's not even in question. Katie doesn't deny any of that.
Oh, my fucking back.
People says, so it appears that she fed Katie the story that Steve was involved because of your history with Katie, and Katie happily ran with it. I think it's more than that. Katie led her. Katie was like, oh, that's Steve's account. Steve sent you death threats, kind of thing, right? No, Meyer, no, look, look. She says, okay, I'm waiting for the proof. I'm not trying to be an asshole, just trying to understand. Absolutely. 100%. Please. That's what we want to hear. You don't have to believe anything until you have the evidence. Absolutely. That's actually what this channel is about. That's the best thing you can say to me. But be open-minded to go to Aaron's channel, and I'm sure Aaron will put in the live chat her video on it. Did you find it?
No, I'm finding it. Give me a second. Sorry. I have it on video because I've gone over it, but in fact I just did it like not too long ago. Yeah. But I want to find the actual file though, and this way you can have the fucking file too.
Yeah, I would appreciate that. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Just give me a second though. I will find it though. Wait a minute, Tina.
So you believe Kay and Waxy sent what? Do I believe Kay and Waxy sent what? All right, so Rankin works for the good of the community. Well, that's true. She was working within our group, and yes, she's aware of my and Tina's involvement in the beginning, but we are upstanding members of the community and will do it looks better if just Natalie and takes the fall. Little Miss Noble had admitted her small parts. I never worked with Rankin. I don't know if I've even been in a group with Rankin before, but I respect Rankin, and I certainly think that Rankin was the one that did 99% of the legwork to get a lot of this stuff accomplished. I have had Rankin help me with other things, and I will tell you, she's meticulous as hell. She documents everything, and she has been invaluable in helping me on certain things I asked her to help for, which were unrelated to Nat. But yeah, so Rankin doesn't work, for any specific community. Rankin does what Rankin does, and she's very good at it. You hate Nat, so why are you bothered? This is a way you can take Rankin down. Good luck with that. If you say anything to Nat, it just won't affect Rankin. It will destroy the legal case against Nat and my defamation case against Katie Joy too. Yeah. It was weird. Do you have proof that Natalie led her? Yes. The clearly in the emails. BB, the emails were before the stream. Am I confused here, Aaron? Am I explaining this incorrect?
I think so.
Okay, the emails exist that Katie was talking to Nat, saying, "What is it that you have? Where you your Instagram stuff?" And she said, "I don't know if this is actually Steve or if somebody pretending to be Steve." And Katie Joy said, "That's Steve's account. I verified it." Something to that extent.
Yes. Oh my God.
We've all seen. Most of us have seen this email. How do you know Rankin is good and helpful if you haven't spoken to her? I never said I didn't spoke. I just literally said I've had Rankin help me on other things. Did people not listen, Aaron? This is what actually happened to you on your channel where people do this to you. Is it gaslighting?
I think people do it on purpose, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, they get timed out when they start doing stuff like this. Barbaric Bass, I literally just said Rankin has helped me with things. How can that have happened if I haven't spoken to her? That's weird. Oh no, Kino's gonna be back soon. Oh no. Hope she's not in a bad mood. No, I'm just kidding. Bibi says, so Katie shouldn't have run with it, but ultimately Nat is the source of the chaos. Well, most of it, yeah, I mean, sure, but they used her as a weapon. Katie used Nat as a weapon. Explain this to me, Aaron. She went on her live today saying, "Oh, all my woes are Nat's." First, she had said all her woes were me. Prior to that, she was talking about all her woes being Jeffree Star, Toddy Westbrook, Nick, what's that guy's name? The People's Choice.
Nick Snyder, I
Nick
think.
Snyder. She's named all these people. All these people were her rows, right? And she's also named Tina and you and all these people, right? And now she's using Gnat as all the woes were on Gnat. But she literally, if Natalie was the stalker that because she's trying to make it out, oh, the stalker did this for my family for 2.5 years. Why was she in a stream on Kate Baxter's channel talking to Natalie, saying that I sent her death threats and that she was setting me up to be the stalker? That I was somehow the woe of all her evils. I was the head of the snake, so to speak, according to Katie Joy one time. Now she's transferring that to Nat because people have realized she lied about me. PB, can you show the emails you're referring to? Yes, Erin has them on her channel. Yes.
Give me 1 sec. I went through this the other night. I went through this the other night. I couldn't find it, and then just boom, there they were, like right in front of my face. I'm like, you fucking kidding me?
If you find them, I can show them. Sure. I don't have them though, so if I do, I don't know where they're at. I might, but Litmus Nomi told me she created Child P and not Natalie. And by the way, on record, I think that it was, no offense, Erin, but the things that she did with your kid, ethically, I think it's CP. Legally is what's questionable, and I stand by you 110%. What you said was perfectly fine, and anybody that was twisting your narrative is dishonest.
Yeah, and disgusting too. I'm sorry. It's fucking exploitative. I don't care. Any which way you look at it, it's fucking exploitative.
Absolutely, and it's dishonest. Bass says, Steve, are you aware that Wolf and Alice were in close communication with Nat? Yes, I was. You retweeted these people. That's strange. Yes, I am well aware that they were in communication with Nat. BB, I would say Katie used Nat as a weapon only if Katie didn't believe that Steve was behind stuff. But Katie knows I'm not behind stuff, right? Katie is well aware of that, right? But she needed to get Nat on board with trying to say that I had sent things that I never sent, and then lie about saying she verified it. Same way she lied. Katie lied about, like, for example, she went on record to say that I sent her emails threatening her that if she didn't make an apology video, I would destroy her. I have the evidence of that conversation, which was not in emails, that never happened that way. Never happened that way. There was no threat.
Destroyer.
She was making an apology video because she felt bad because Kyle had lied to her. I asked her, I said, thank you, and could you please put these links in your video description, and I will let people know that you have you're making the video and that you're off my radar. And that's a military term, by the way. That's not a threat. It's a military term. And I made that tweet the very next day or that day saying, Katie's no longer my radar. She's making an apology video. But that was her choice. There was no threat on that. It was a very cordial conversation, actually, that we had. But she lied to people saying, oh, Steve threatened me to make that apology video. You are a liar, Katie. I have that conversation that you think that was deleted. Because she told the court, oh, Steve deleted all these tweets. Steve deleted stuff. No, I had deleted nothing. I have it all. And even if I did, you can download it from the server, which I didn't do. But it's all server-based. That's why I think, Katie doesn't realize that everything she's ever talked to people on is saved on a server somewhere. Barbaric Bass says, okay, this is a great question. How come you're comfortable with people you engage with on the daily talking to Nat? I don't play this game of who can talk to whom. I only go by how people treat me. I've said that for the longest time. Wolf and Alice have never done anything against me. As long as they're civil to me and they don't try to lie and screw me over, I will return what I get. Nikki talked to Nat. And you know what I did? I reached out to her and I said, even though I don't think it was the greatest decision, I want to make sure she was okay. That's it. So people can talk to whoever the hell they want to talk to. You can talk to, Trump. If you want to go talk to Trump. I can't stand Trump, but I'm not going to sit there and tell who they can and cannot talk to. Why? Because I'm not like that. And plus, who would listen to me anyways? But it's not my position to say who can talk to whom. I've always said I go by how I'm treated. Have I not always said that? I believe I have.
I believe you have.
So, all right. And then she says, we were not part of their plan at this time, and if you share what I share with you, I'll deny it and share the information you sent me about Michelle faking her pregnancy for the money. which again, I don't know whether Michelle faked it or she lost the baby. I'm kind of 50-50 right now. I don't know which way to go. But she lied either way. She lied either way. Oh, and yeah, Nikki actually is in the live chat. Nikki's in the live chat right now. And she says, I thank you for that, Steve. Now it does not bother me at all. And you're welcome. Because I'm not going to condemn people for who they talk to. I'm consistent about that. It doesn't mean I have to agree. There's people that go on channels all the time that I don't watch, I don't like. But you know what? People are big people. They can.
I got him. I found him.
Awesome. Send them to me and I'll put them up. Because the way I look at this, I don't want anybody to tell me what channel I can and cannot go on. I have on who I want, when I want, why I want, for the reasons I want, to talk about what I want, and I go on anybody else's channel that I want to go on. If I'm not going to want people to do it to me, I'm not going to do it to them. Right? Why is that unethical? Because I'm allowing people to be adults and go on any channel they want to go on and talk to whoever they want on? How is that not ethical? That's bizarre.
How would you want me to just email these to you?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And by the way, what do you guys think on Michelle's thing? Do you think that she faked the entire pregnancy or that she lost the child? It seems more likely that she faked everything, but it can go either way. But what do you guys think in the live chat? And again, I have not talked to either one of them in quite some time. But I was talking to Michelle more than I was Roadhog, because I really felt that she was, being more of a victim of abuse. In fact, Roadhog would just be yelling and screaming, and I didn't like the way he was going about things. And I even said that's the reason why I had to talk with him to see if he would course correct, and he didn't. And he was going. I said, it's going to be self-destructive, and it was. Nikki says faked. Yeah.
Where? I got it. No, I found him, but
Sue Elliott says faked.
Find him. How did I find him? Where?
I'm leaning toward fake as well. But here's the back. This is again dealing with Jeremy Roadhog, right? And again, this is weird because during this time, Aaron, March, I wasn't even talking to Roadhog back then. I haven't talked to Roadhog since January. So
it's been a while, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know why she was trying to talk about Jeremy unless she was actually talking to Jeremy at the time and somehow giving Jeremy stuff. And I do believe Jeremy was talking to Gnat. And if I'm not mistaken, somewhere along the line, didn't he say that?
I don't know.
Yeah, BB says Michelle faked the entire pregnancy, and you're probably right. I'm beginning to lean that way as well. No, it is possible she had a miscarriage early and then they lied, right? It can go. I'm literally saying both of them are possible. I wouldn't know. I'm leaning one direction over the other, right? I'm tending to believe that it was more fake, but it can go either way. Never claim knowledge. And by the way, Aaron, I think if a lot of these people watch my philosophical videos that you can't stand, they would learn more about epistemology and understanding things about beliefs and knowledge, because that's what I talk about on this channel. Usually,
I'm starting to fall asleep already, dude.
Oh, where's the kick out button? Where's that? Does this hangout have kick out? Remove guest. Jeremy is not a federal crime. I took photos. I did not touch her or undress her. And Katie Joy said I sexually harassed her. I did not admit to doing so and said some jokes about my penis was not sexual harassment. And no, I wouldn't harm her in real life. I said I would like to kill her. I would not actually do that. So that this is factually incorrect to say otherwise is a figure of speech, just like me saying I touched Red's pussy. By the way, this is when she's talking about Little Red, right? Which I'm going to get to in a second. If it didn't happen, the NDA was her settlement in which she was begged for me to stop pressing charges on her for abusing the court system. Now, this is interesting, Aaron. Remember the rumor going around that I somehow took a picture of Little Red naked?
I heard something, yeah.
Yeah. Another rumor that went around, and here's Nat talking about it. Interesting correlation, right? So anybody that speculated on that I took a picture of Little Red and did anything with impropriety to Little Red, you're all just as culpable as Nat is, because you guys ran with bullshit information. And by the way, Little Red knows damn well nothing like that would ever have happened. She was very safe and secure where she was at. But this is interesting that this right here was on March 22nd, and somehow that particular narrative was getting around. Now, one could argue one could argue fairly, that the narrative was out first and then Gnat picked up on it. But I don't think that's the case, and I don't know the chronological order of it. But either way, whoever was talking about that and whoever was even suggesting it was running a bullshit narrative to try to smear me. Because Little Red damn near well knows that would never have happened.
All right, found it.
All right, did you send it?
Sorry. Yeah, no, I am. It's just, I just have to say, I can only pull it up by a search. I have to search a keyword in order to find it. I can't find it any other way. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. They're coming.
That's the same one. Okay, yes, I told you I took a photo of Little Red's naked crotch. So what? Now, again, this was on March 22nd. I don't know if the narrative came out first or after this. I really don't. She's a beautiful looking woman, and we had a wonderful platonic evening together as friends. Is that a bad thing? Well, actually, that part is true. We did have a platonic, completely platonic. No, I'm not a criminal. I'm a man with sexual feelings, just like you. Now, remember, this is the Roadhog here, right? And, of course, she spells my name wrong. I have sexual feelings, just like you. Look, I can tell you right now, I had a great time with Little Red, but there was never anything sexual of any kind whatsoever. No feelings like that between us. It was just a matter of respect. That was it. Okay. Not that I'm not trying to denigrate Little Red by any stretch of imagination. It's just I don't think of it that way. You know. I'm not a criminal. I'm out of sexual feelings, just like you. Except I don't watch rape or incest porn, Jeremy. I prefer the real thing. And Reds isn't interested in me like that. Well, that's true. And so I took a few photographs for my imagination, but I did not commit a federal crime. She was asleep. Well, that is a crime. That is a federal crime to do that, isn't it? Isn't it?
What? To what?
If you, Nat says, I prefer the real thing. Red isn't interested in me like that. So I took a few photos for my imagination, but I did not commit a federal crime. But it would be a federal crime, wouldn't it be?
What? If you literally took a few photos of someone? I mean,
isn't it a federal crime or is it a state?
Another adult, you mean?
Yeah, I think that would be a federal crime, wouldn't it?
I don't think so. I don't know. I mean,
it's a crime. It's definitely a crime. You can't take.
Yeah, but a federal crime? I mean, that's I
don't know if it's federal or state. But it's definitely a crime. If you hadn't opened your mouth to Natalie, no one would even know anything different. Don't forget our talks. Don't forget our talks. And exactly what I have on you, too. I don't have fuck all on Jeremy. Except that everything he posted, publicly, that he's just been lying about the whole fucking kid thing. But everybody knows that. But I didn't know that at the time. I found that out much later. That's the same one. If she isn't responding, ask her if she remembers the preacher situation. Again, back with the preacher boy. Then what knows I know too, and will post it publicly that she raped a minor child. If she posts these emails, I have that information. I don't know who she's supposedly even referring to. I have the photo she sent me when she thought I was Katie Joy, and so it's in her best interest not to show any messages or emails that you've accidentally shared with her. And people know, look, I don't share actual emails or direct messages from anybody. The only time I made that exception with Kyle. My philosophy is if you show direct messages from people that you no longer associate with or emails, then why would anybody trust you ever again to ever have any communications with you? Because they know those things can eventually leak, right? So even if even if I hated your guts, Aaron, even if you turned into Katie Joy number 2, I'm not going to release your personal emails. I'm not going to release your personal DMs. But I will if there's a court thing, obviously, because I have evidence that Katie lied, and I have personal communications with her showing that she lied. But I have to go to court. But that's a legal thing, right? And so in that particular situation, because now it becomes a legal thing, and she has absolutely lied about my reputation, then I feel that's justified to do so. But I would never just say, oh, I hate Aaron now, I'm going to release her DMs just to try to smear her. Never. That kind of person's a piece of shit.
No doubt.
Oh, and Steve and Jesse are still dating. Good for them. No, and now you go bye-bye. I have never dated
what?
Jesse. I've never had an interest in Jesse that way.
That's funny.
No, that
That's
means
funny.
that's not that. It doesn't matter. They get hidden. Yeah. Sorry, BB. You go bye. I'm not gonna tolerate that. That's just.
Whoever said that, thank you very much.
And
for that.
Barbaric
That was
Bass
funny.
is Steve is hooking up with KJ. Jesse's a smoking hot redhead. Okay. But you got to go by it
Okay.
too. Jesse will tell you that I've never thought about her that way. I did send her my records because she was interested in music. Right? But
Okay.
I have never asked her for. I've never been like, oh, let's date or anything like that. She's not somebody that I would consider to be dateable, I guess you can say. But she's been fine with me, and I have no issue with her. But I don't think of her that way.
That's fucking funny. That's funny.
I don't think of her as somebody that I would want to date. So why would people spend narratives like that? Again, those are dishonest people, and you get deleted. Right? I don't have time for your guys' bullshit narratives. Right? And by the way, is Jessie still here? Jessie, you still? She was here earlier. Yes, Jessie. She's still here in the live chat.
She'll come back.
I want Jessie to go on record that her and I have never dated, or even thought of each other that way.
Wait, Jesse, the redhead, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's
Where
where.
did that come from? That somehow that we were like
hooking
hooking
That's
up.
what I thought this
Or
whole time. I've been laughing, but then it just dawned on me. Isn't she like fucking 25 or something?
No, she's 28.
It's hot in here.
I think. I don't know. Somewhere. She's like late 20s. Why would that matter? Wait, why would that matter? Wait, why would that matter?
I don't know, dude. I wouldn't want to date a guy that young. That's crazy.
Well, I wouldn't want to date a guy that young either, but woman? No, I mean, people. Hey, Kano, what is my age range that I like?
35.
35.
Yep.
35 plus or minus, I like. So, yeah, in their 20s would be something that I wouldn't really be something that I'd be looking for to date. And it is true, redheads have no soul. That's a fact, yeah. Okay, yes, I told you, but I'd like to know where that bullshit narrative came from, because anybody who's running that narrative is lying, right? And so that means they're a dishonest person. Okay, yes, I told you I took a photo of little Red's naked crotch, so what? Oh, wait, that's the same one.
What the fuck?
Here we go. Subject, YouTube. Yeah, Jessie has said publicly she didn't date you ever. I think she had told me that at one time. Like I said, I get along with Jessie just fine. I have no issue with Jessie. She's a very overtly sexual person, but so what? I don't kink shame.
The fuck.
Nikki says I'm too old for 38.
I mean, I'm getting off the stream. Jesus Christ, that sounded wrong.
By the way, Nikki, it's 35 to 40 is the preferred range. 35 is the low end, 40 is the higher end. But I mean, I can do 45 or 38. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Nikki's like, oh, Steve's hitting on me. No. You know what's so funny? Kano knows how picky I really freaking am.
Oh, yes.
I mean, it's like she knows. She really does know. I know a lot of people down here. I do know girls. Anyways.
You know how picky I am.
Really?
Oh, yes.
No.
did.
You know what? Kano's. I can tell you right now. Kano's got game. Kano's got game. Oh yeah, she got game. All right. Yes, I was behind the false Katie Joy account. You know what? I really do think Gnat was behind that account. That she was talking to herself.
Yeah, I do too. I think you're right.
Already knows this, and yes, we spoke in February. I did not threaten her. That was Little Miss Noble, and I was unaware that Little Miss Noble was doing that. Katie Joy last week, I was unaware, but I'd take a guess. Little Miss Noble again. A lot of these are talking about Little Miss Noble, and I have no idea why. I don't know how even Little Miss Noble really was involved in a lot of this stuff. I know she talked a lot with Gnat, but to the extent, I really don't know the fine details. Nikki's like, I'm going to pull a Katie Joy now. I'll give you my lawyer's number, Nikki. Yeah. And yes, Megan is right. It's not true about redheads. I happen to like redheads. But I also like brunettes,
I think
blonde.
redheads are evil.
Can you guys hear Kano? Aaron, can you hear Kano? She's like, I think.
No, I didn't hear her.
She's like, I think redheads are evil.
Okay, I already had it wrong.
Another one. Tell Natalie if she remembers the context around these dates. She should be careful about posting any emails from me or from you that you sent by accident. I need to get off here. She knows how to contact me. We've spoken at length before. I will unblock her on Instagram and have her DM me there. Okay. And by the way, we're only halfway through. Tell her to message me directly on Twitter and we can discuss this. There are a lot of duplicates and these are all mostly shorter now. What has she said now? Tell her to message me direct and we can talk, and ask her not to share that. We can arrange some sort of arrangement. Tell her to message me on a sock, though, not on her actual account. Oh, Nikki can hear her. Okay.
Yeah, this is what always kind of threw me off though about this too. Is like she had all these, she orchestrated all these like DMs or whatever which looks like it was basically just her with herself. But like they were all from all these different accounts and everything. Like it was supposed to mean something, but like there's so much chaos going on, you can't really get any meaning out of it. I don't get it.
I don't
fucking get it.
Nope, I have no idea. January 19th, 21, she first contacted Michael Saltz on my behalf. Really? Oh, interesting. I have my communications with Saltz. I know exactly when I'm communicating with him and what it was about. She is aware of what both of these dates mean. In regards to how things stand, if she says anything more, let her know. I spoke to Aaron, I think it's supposed to be, at 12/4/20. Let her stew. She won't post these now. She knows better than to test me. By the way, do you think this could have been a voice to text?
I don't know.
With her accent? When she says Aaron, it comes in Aaron or something on a voice to text, which would explain the no, right?
Oh my God, yeah, you're right. I never even thought of that.
Yeah, I just thought about that right now. Because if you notice, these are the ones that don't have any typos in it.
No
right?
shit.
This doesn't have any
You're so
typos in it. it's again putting the pieces together, right?
Seriously though, I never thought of that.
I never just did. I
good.
literally am looking at this right now, going, holy shit, this doesn't have any typos, and it makes sense that she might have been doing speech to text, because I've used speech to text and it's just weird. Not that it makes a difference, right? But I don't know how she says Aaron. She probably says Aaron,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you're right. Huh.
Stupid horse. Can I send you that email address? This is a public email address, but I as people know, I'm not really into any of that stuff. People send me stuff all the time. I whatever, But my thing is, if people send me stuff, it doesn't go any further than me, right? I just, any revenge porn and stuff like that or anything like that, I find to be morally detestable. See how it doesn't have the N again here, nor the apostrophe. How is that possible when you have the same typo more than once?
Yeah, exactly.
But even with a voice to text, it wouldn't cause that. So I don't know. Don't mention the 2010 part. Tell her I would delete her images, and she sent me something. Do mention Katie Joy. Yeah. What do you mean by it's too late? What do you mean you forwarded it? You copied what I said and sent it to her? Please tell me you haven't forwarded my actual email. It's a public email. Yeah. You can send me anything you want, Sarah. I've seen. By the way, Sarah, I've seen some of your videos. Remember back in the day?
What?
Sarah. Oh, Sarah. Just to say, Sarah had some activism back in the day that was very, very eye-catching. I go way back with Sarah. We go back.
Oh my God, I thought you were talking to me for a second. I was like, what do you mean? What did you see?
No, I say Aaron. I said stupid whore energy, and I go back to probably 2015 or something. We've known each other a very, very long time. Make it right. If she shows this to anyone, I'll make your life hell. Tell her to delete it, and I'll delete the images. Now, it's so funny, because what is the narrative, Aaron, that Katie was trying to say, that I was trying to tell Nat to listen to Little Miss Noble, where bad things would happen or something?
Yeah, something, yeah.
Doesn't that sound exactly what Nat's saying here?
Yeah.
Things that make you go, That's the word of the day, So people out there going, oh, Katie wasn't behind a lot of this stuff. There seems to be a lot of circumstantial evidence to suggest otherwise. Jeremy, if Natalie shares this, she will know I sent it to you. Not just because her, but everyone else would know that we've been talking. Well, I was talking to Jeremy. I never denied talking to Jeremy. But my thing with Jeremy was, I was trying to see if he would kind of course correct. I know that he was self-destructing, and he wasn't going to take my advice. So, what are you going to do, right? And still communicating.
Yeah.
And
he's
go ahead.
yeah, he's the type. He's definitely the type of person that the more you try to talk some sense into him, then the further he's going to dig in his heels.
Right. Exactly. And so I was just okay. Do your thing. And still communicating even after you told her about Little Red. And I didn't say I took a photo, and I said I wanted to take a photo. Jeremy, if Natalie shares this, she will know I sent it to you. Not just her, but everybody will know that. Oh, that's the same one. Fuck. Same one. And here's Holy Spackle again. Tell Natalie that I want her to fake the Holy Spackle's channel down. Or take. I'm sorry, it had to be her to take the Holy Spackle's channel down. Now, Aaron, why is Natalie, of all people, getting involved with Holy Spackle? That was from the Great Debate community. That's one of the most dishonest people on the planet.
Yeah.
I mean,
what does she care about that community? I mean, if she's all about Katie.
Mm-hmm. I do not know why in God's name she keeps mentioning the Holy Spackle. Directly the last videos, or take the blame for sock account Madison M for the time period of 2 years before the chat, EKC chat. Again, I don't know who Madison M is.
I don't know.
And this is a you know what? I'm sorry. This is a duplicate. We've read this one before, but it's still coming up. I don't know if you see this 43 of many up here. This show.
No, David, why is it?
Can you see where it says 43 of many?
Where? Oh yeah, I see. Yeah.
Yeah, the outside can't see it, but you can see it. 43 of many, many 60. So I'm already at the 43 out of 60 here, and so I'm just going through sequentially, right? See 44 of many.
See, so these are every single one. I haven't seen every one because I was looking for the file there. But has every email you shown been from that spoofing site?
Yeah, this is all the same thing.
Really?
Undeliverable mail. Yes, these are all came in the same time.
That's odd because
same exact time, March 22nd.
No, this is really odd because, like, I got the spoofing emails back like when the lawsuit was still going on, but since then I really haven't gotten any, and I haven't gotten any this year from that site.
Well, this was back in March, and like I said, they went to my spam folder. That's why I didn't catch them until I went to go clean out my spam folder. And I was like, "What the hell is all this?" And I told Kano, I'm like, "Holy shit!"
You told me to come over and look at it.
Yeah, I literally said, "Hey, come over here and check this out." I was like, "Come over here, check this out." And I was like, "Holy shit! Where the hell did all these come from?"
What did I say? Olivia M. Williams 844.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell Nat you have photos of her dead child, and we'll edit and release them. Then tell her to take the blame for this, and I will compensate her via the mail. She knows what I mean, and I cannot do that myself in case she deviates and releases. So, for some reason, she's trying to spoof me using my actual real account that bounced back to me because, again, if it doesn't get sent to this account, it's going to let me know at this account, I think, that attempt was made. This is the way I picture it in my head. But the subject was supposed to be Holy Spackle. Why? What is Nat's relationship to Holy Spackle? I really want to know this.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's more than coincidence.
Where's the Holy Spackle from?
Holy Spackle's she goes by the moderate
country. Yeah, is she from the U.S. or?
She's from San Diego.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, she used to be the moderate C word, and she was a moderator for mine in the Great Debate community many years ago, and did nothing but cause contention between people.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's a fucking shit stirrer.
She's a major shit stirrer.
She's like the most basic of shit, like the most textbook too.
Yeah, I mean, she's not even good at it.
There's that.
She's not even good at it. Yeah, she's a very base level shit stirrer. That's what a lot of them were, and that's why I distanced myself from that group because that's what they did. They were shit stirrers. They went out of their way to cause problems with people, and I found that to be morally detestable, and I left them. And you know what they say though? Oh, we walked away from Steve. Okay, go, fine, whatever. It doesn't really matter who left whom. It's like, what are you, some jealous ex? You know? But sure, that's not the truth. I left them, but I don't care. Sure, you left me. Okay, great. I didn't want anything to do with them because they're shit stirrers.
It's funny.
It is creepy though.
You didn't break up with me. I broke up with you.
Yes. Laura was all about that. Laura was like, "Oh, Steve didn't leave us. We decided not to, like be with him or something." And I'm like, "That's not how it happened, but whatever. I don't care. As long as you stay the fuck away, I don't give a shit." Oh, and then that's another thing. Remember when Katie Joy was trying to say that I sexually harassed Laura, not knowing that Laura, when I knew her, was Cliff Jumper, a man. She's a woman now because she's trans.
I
never knew she was
wasn't around when that happened, but I
until-
heard about it after the fact.
I found out later. I found out much later. And so when I knew Laura, she hasn't transitioned yet. So everything I have on Laura is when she was a man. And so so Katie didn't know that. So when Katie was saying, "Oh yeah, say Steve sexually harassed Laura as well," people are like, "Oh fuck, Katie, you clearly don't know who Laura is or Laura's relationship to Steve, and that Steve never sexually harassed Laura." Yeah, that was funny. But that's what isn't that what Amber Heard kind of does? Just throws wild shit out there and sees what sticks, kind of shit.
Yeah, it's all crazy shit, you know, like, I don't know.
Thank you, boss. Yeah. Now again, this Olivia Williams 844, is that somehow? No, I don't think this is a name somehow that's related to Jeremy. I mean, I know this is Nat, but some of these messages are clearly supposed to be to Jeremy, but some of them are supposed to be to.
Yeah, no, she's
people?
she's an actress. I think she's an English actress. I'm thinking maybe that's why it was picked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything else really except for that, and yeah, and I think she's English, anyways.
I'm not gonna send an email to her. To
England,
see
United.
Yeah,
she's.
I'm not gonna see if it's an active account. Tell her you have photo of your child. Yeah. That name does sound familiar. Olivia Williams. Wait. Is she on Game of Thrones?
No, she looks familiar. She looks like someone who's in a lot of shit. I mean, she looks familiar.
I may have looked up the name at one time because does she have short hair?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, short, like dark brown and black hair.
Mm-hmm. I said instead of Steve fuck. I said, can you parse this for me? I said I instead of
Steve fuck.
What is it?
I said I instead of Steve fuck. I feel like I was just talking like a different language.
There's more. There's more in the next one. Watch. Look. This is 49. This is 50.
I said I instead of Steve fuck tell people it's Nat trying to frame me, threaten her, and say I will sue her for defamation and harassment if she continues. I will message her direct.
Fuck, I just got caught using a sock account. This is my favorite one. I remember reading this one. I was like, oh, yeah. No, I only have 2 accounts on Twitter. Tell her you have photos of her dead child. That was 52. This is 53. Tell Nat, same thing, 54. I'm trying to get through these. I'm going to comment stating chess isn't an election enough to understand business etiquette. That's the sock I'm using, okay? In other words, they're interjecting, the situation I had with Cheshire. Natalie was trying to get involved with that, which I'm sure Holy Spackle was somehow involved with. I don't know to what degree, but she was definitely talking about it a lot. Did you tell Nat on email what you did to Red and what I have at Cheshire Red? I need to know. So again, she was literally trying to set me up on this.
Yeah.
That's number 55. Tell her we will sue her together if she keeps on. It'll be a targeted harassment. She will be abusing the system, same as Katie Joy. I was thinking of making a group about her on Facebook, LOL.
LOL.
Pats. What's that?
Let me get over there. Where are you?
This is number 56, though.
Okay.
Subject, Holy Spackle.
Pats. I don't know. Like ass pats or like, hey, Patsy, Pats. I don't know. Patsy. There you go.
Number 57. Tell Nat if she brings the lawsuit against me, I will show her indecent images, same of Reds. 58. Are you still on YouTube? I'm using Madison name. What sock are you using? Yeah. People go around all the time saying, hey, what sock are you using, man? Hey, every morning I get up and I go to Aaron and say, hey, Aaron, what sock you got using today? We have those little keys for like the nuclear launch codes that you break in half to see if it's an actual real you.
Yeah. Not for nothing. If we have sock accounts, it's because we're hiding from each other, too.
That might be a reason to have one on Twitter, yeah. Go on to YouTube and put me in the comments that I'm watching and saving the chat. And the last one, are you still there? So there's no more.
God, are you still there?
Are you still there? Anyways, maybe people might get something out of those. Like I said, I just don't care any longer. I don't really give a flying fuck about this online shit. All I care about is that Katie's exposed to being a liar. And the rest of it is nothing to me. I do my own stuff online as far as philosophy, the Non Sequitur show, and anybody else can eat shit if they don't like that. I don't care. I've taken the stance that Aaron has taken. Fuck off. I'm not going to cater to trolls. I'm not going to cater to shitty people. I'm not going to respond to them, and I hardly ever do. You do more than I do. But,
yeah, I know.
But you know what? When I'm at work or I'm on the computer, I don't think of any of them. I mean, they literally don't even cross my mind. So, what do they think they're accomplishing?
I don't know.
I really don't.
Think honestly, I think what they're trying to accomplish, and I think they sadly have been rather successful at it, is distraction.
From what, though?
Distraction and destruction.
From what, Katie and Natalie's stuff? I
think distraction from, anything going on with Katie, and destruction as in, I mean, let's face it, Katie would love to see all of us just like fucking killing, going at each other's throats, you know?
Oh, yeah, Aaron, can you post your video about the email? Okay, let me see. Let me check my emails here. Go ahead, do a soliloquy or something.
What do you want me to do?
Talk. Why I'm looking for your emails.
Talk?
I can't be the only entertaining one here.
Hi.
Oh, God. How do you have a channel again? You used to be funny. What the hell happened?
I don't know. I still am funny. I don't know.
It's not on my channel. All right.
And now I feel like I'm put on the spot. Like,
you know what's funny is I'm pretty sure that I have this somewhere already. But I'm glad you sent it to me again, so I know I have it. All right, let me.
Yeah, of course you do, you fucking. Okay.
All that time and effort we spent on this stuff together. No, I remember seeing this, so it does look familiar. Let's see here. Now I got to freaking figure out how I'm gonna show all this. This is a lot of crap in here. It's just this is a Windows thing, isn't it? So window. We can take some questions. Okay.
Does anyone have any questions?
All right. So this is what Aaron sent me. By the way, there's no naked pictures in here, right?
I don't think so. I don't know, man.
Really?
It's Katie's
Really?
shit, man. So if there's any, they're not of me.
I'm scanning this first, trying to set me up and shit. Who paid you for this? I'm scanning this.
No. It's because we crossed the streams, dude. We crossed the streams. This is Nat coming back as a giant Katie.
All right. I just did a cursory. I didn't see anything. Oh my God, that'd be funny as hell. If you guys want to set me up, go through Aaron or Tina or Reds Reddick. Those are the 3 people I trust, and Kino. Those are the 4 people I trust in my life.
And we are all very happy to help you out.
No shit. Matter of fact, you know what's funny is somebody else actually said that as well, and they actually did fuck me over. So it can happen, right? It can happen.
Yeah, no, I would totally set you up for like a prank or a joke or something. Nothing that would seriously cause issues.
Dude, if they offered you Jason Momoa, you would throw me to fucking wolves in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Fuck him. No, I wouldn't.
All right. So these are the emails from Nat. Nat 2012 Angel is her account. These have been verified from what I understand from Salsi. These are the emails that are entered into evidence for the investigation, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, these are the emails. They're verified between Katie and Nat. The only thing I couldn't really get to view well, or at least enough to make it legible, are the screenshots in here. So I don't know if you can have better luck with that.
I've seen they're pretty small. Yeah. All right. So this is Nat to Katie, right? And then, please, I don't know who Jen. I mean, I don't care about this. I want to get to the part where
I don't see a screen.
Oh, it's on the outside. I can screen. I will screen share it with you internally.
I don't know what that means on the outside.
The video.
What?
The video on YouTube.
There's nothing there. Oh, it's paused. It's not even playing.
Oh God, technology is not your friend.
Well, it is. All right, come on.
It doesn't matter. I'm showing you in the Hangout here.
All right, I got it now.
I'm showing you in the Hangout. Might be easier.
Jesus Christ. All right.
She's like, it's fucking after midnight. Don't do this to me.
I just want to make sure that these are going the right way, because when Reagan and I read these on stream, they were going backwards, so there was confusing at first. So I don't know, but yeah, they're going the right way.
So okay, so this is July 2021, which was just before that hangout. What day was the hangout?
What do you mean?
When was Kay Baxter's stream?
Oh, there was the 19th, July 19th. I'll double check, but yes, I'm pretty sure it was the 19th.
July 19th, 2 days before. 2 days before. Katie Polson, tell me what Katie's real email is. No lies, the truth. Now, she's referring to Little Miss Noble here.
Yeah, right.
Okay? Because Little Miss Noble name I do know is Katie. That's not doxing. People know this. So Katie is trying to get Little Miss Noble to dox Little Miss Noble's real email address, I think.
Yes.
And by the way, I do remember this looking at these before, because I know, so I do have them somewhere. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I got them from Rankin.
Yeah, that's where I got them from.
Okay. All right. I have 2 for her. One this morning. Trace her and find out for yourself. Nat says. Nat then says, who knows? Both could be hers or not. I don't know. I replied anyways. Ask Sauls. I don't trust anyone but him. Really? Because Saul's got your ass arrested, Nat.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, so these are the screenshots. I'm not interested in any of that. Katie is talking to Nat. The spacing and typing looks identical to your writing, Nat. You can either come clean or not. That's up to you. Now, again, this is the person who stalked her for 2.5 years, right? Well, at this point, it had been like a year, but...
Not even.
Not even.
At this point, it was July 2021. Nat didn't come into the picture until January. So this is what, like 7 months?
Okay, but today on her stream, she has said she's been stalked for 2.5 years by Nat.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, okay.
I'm tired of these games. I have a very hard time believing that you never emailed with her before today, given your friendship. So only having 2 emails from her ever is highly suspect. I compared the emails, the grammar, the writing style. All comes back to you. Come clean and quit your games. Okay, first of all, she thinks she's being... Here's one of the things about people like Nat. You cannot be rational with irrational people. Nat is dangerously stupid and dangerously technologically capable of doing some very harmful things. But Katie doesn't care about that stuff. Right? 3 years.
Katie's scolding her. Yeah.
3 years Katie's claiming, according to Nikki. Really?
Yeah, she did say 3 years, and then I saw it in text. It was 2.5.
All right, so let me scroll down here. I'm just going to highlight. Where did Steve and Tina threaten you? Right? Also, where did she bring up Steve and Tina before? Okay, now here's like I said, very specifically, Tina has spoken to Nat before, but Tina was trying to help Nat out, and I don't remember the specificities, nor does it matter to me. I have never spoken to Nat. I've never sent her an email, never sent her a DM, nothing. How could I threaten somebody that I've never spoken with? Nat says, Tina's been talking to me since January, but with Little Miss Noble for 2 years. She spoke to many in the community. Personally, I find it hard to think Tina involved, but I didn't know you had a TRO on Steve till last week. Yeah, I wish I would have known before. Steve mid-February, but Noble and others said it wasn't the real Steve, so who knows? This is what I remember seeing. Remember I said that I remember seeing that she said something like, oh, I got something to Steve, but I didn't know if it was a real Steve or not, if it was a real account. That's what I was referring to this. And so here she's saying that I had sent something in February, which I never sent. She spoke to the people on Snapchat, IG, and Twitter, but people are loyal and won't reveal. I hope to recover the memories as time go on, and when I know Sauce will. See this right here? No?
Yep.
She has a lot of emails sent to me, threatening me from before, even before those emails I sold tonight. I have other emails from Nat that have threatened me that I have not released, but she uses NO as well. So that's why I was like, yeah. Seriously, I urge you to report every email and trace them, blah, blah, blah. Here, Katie. Oh, by the way, Kawasa 10,001. Do people really spend time and effort plotting for this lame, stupid shit? This isn't triggering. It's cringe. Yes, they do, Kawasa. Matter of fact.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
They sit in Discord going over this stuff. And yes, there's a lot of people that sit and try to run these narratives to try to fuck with me, Tina, and Aaron. And how many times have we been trying to explain that to people? This literally does happen in real time. There are people that have made Twitter accounts just to fuck with us. And they have no evidence on anything. They're just spinning narratives that people won't buy into. And yet, it's funny is, and I think Aaron's the same way, anybody can just come ask us questions. We're going to give them straight answers. Is this by the way? Is this big enough on the outside to read? Can you guys read this on the outside? I can blow it up a little bit. All right. This is the conversation I was exactly talking about. Fake Steve, where do these conversations take place? I can check the username and verify. Again, this is 2 days before that hangout, where that one person was like, "Oh, Katie wasn't talking to Nat about any of this stuff. Kay wasn't talking about any of this stuff." Interesting. Steve asked anything from Instagram, but yours I thought was real too. His followers are actually his friends. What are their messages? Well, what does that mean? Many of my followers, some of them are friends, but many of them I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kawasa, this is like the lamest shit I've ever heard outside of high school. You know what? That's true, but the funny part, Kawasa, is people have been swatted because of this person, Nat. People could have lost their lives because of this person. Lawsuits have been abundant because of people lying. Nat lied, Katie lied.
Two TROs were taken out, and
3 TROs taken out.
3. Well, but yours was like years ago.
3 were but still there was So
no, I'm talking about like is it?
Mine doesn't count.
I'm saying it's a direct. No, it's a direct result of the shit that went on with Nat and everything.
Okay, that's true.
TROs came.
Mine wasn't directly related to Nat, but 2 TROs were related to Nat. Yes. Both of them dismissed. Go figure. I want to make sure that the outside can see this, but I'm covering. I think if I spread that too much, I'm covering the chat. I don't want to do that. Hopefully they can read it. All right. Anyways, Nat says, I don't have them anymore. Certain threads were deleted in April last time I checked, or quote, hacked or spoofed, or whatever the term is. I hope Sauce can recover. Remember, she was claiming that she didn't have the evidence because she was, hacked. Sauce had asked me to talk to anyone anymore. I think she means not. So later I'll send you screenshots from friends and alts and anything that else related. And then if you need anything else, you can contact Sauce. I hope you find anywhere responsible, Katie. Seriously, I'll hand over my phone tomorrow if it meant you'd catch them. Here we go. Right here. Can you read for everybody what this says right here, please?
But this is not a fake Steve account.
Correct.
So what did he tell you?
All right. Now, the fun fact is it isn't a fake Steve account. It was my actual account. But I never sent any emails or DMs from that account. Never.
Yeah, exactly. So it was technically, I guess you could say it was verified to be your account, but it wasn't verified to be your account connected to a message.
Correct.
Because as you keep going, you're going to hear what happened to the messages and why they don't have them. Exactly.
And then she says, but yours didn't look fake either. I didn't know the difference. So people say that not to take it as fact is rather be upfront because I struggle at present to know, again, remember, the NO, real from not. Mm-hmm. Just nasty. He threatened me to stay quiet. As I was questioning things and follow and instructions. Okay, we know this never happened because I never talked to Nat. Said bad things happen to people who don't follow rules. Really?
What kind of bad things there, Steve?
I don't know. It was a sex cult. He's not very kind. Okay, this right here should show you it's fake. I'm really nice, goddammit. I'm one of the nicest people.
I love how Katie's like, well, what did he say to you? What did he say to you? And then what is she says nothing. She says, just nasty. He threatened me to stay quiet. He's not very kind.
I reported him to the police here. Some guy on the internet's not being kind to me that never spoke to me. Okay. If he lived here, I'd go for harassment order too. But that's if he's his real profile. Well, it was my real profile, though. Okay. Read this.
You never spoke to me. Yeah. Okay, you never spoke to me, but that sounds like him. But she said that you weren't, well, he wasn't very kind. Oh, yep, that sounds just like Steve.
Yeah. You never spoke to me. Is she trying, by the way, now that I think about it, she's trying to tell her you never spoke to me. If anybody asks, you never spoke to me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. I thought I did. At all this time, I thought the absolute worst of you. Well, you would have been right on that. I'm so sorry. The more I learn, the more I hate them all. I don't know, again, either way, but if that's him, but he's not a nice person. God damn it. I am fucking nice.
See, no, that's bullshit right there. What is she? Where is it? You said, oh, I thought the absolute worst of you. Like, really? Like, because that's what people need to do is create a sock account to what? Make Katie Joy look bad?
Yeah.
Like we need sock accounts for that. Come on.
And by the way, this is not a drama channel. This is this is like midnight her time. My channel does philosophy and stuff like that. But once a month or something like that, we dive into other things. And by the way, drama is what you create. To me, a drama channel is a channel that creates drama, trying to promote things for subs. We're not creating anything. But I will talk about what I want, when I want, why I want, and whom I want on my channel. Thank you for joining. So here we go.
And it's 2 a.m. here.
Oh yeah. Well, it's after. Wait, isn't 2 a.m. after midnight?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, suck it up.
All right.
Okay.
Fucking technical.
What does Katie say right here?
He's dangerous and preys on women. Where are messages of you speaking to others about Steve?
So she's already trying to get Gnat weaponized, right? Mm-hmm. That Steve's this dangerous guy, preys on women. Really? Whom? Remember all the fuck you. Fuck you. Did you hear that? Did you fucking hear that?
Was that the dog?
No, was that the dog?
I'll regret it later. We have too much fun over here.
That was the dog. I swear to God, you shit in my bed.
She did a herd.
But it's so funny because it's just like, okay, because Katie was saying all these other women would come forward, none of them ever did, right? What?
Yeah, I make that point every time because let's face it, what if there were others, one would have come forward by now. I mean, like people on Twitter, I think, wish that they could come forward.
And what's really amazing is I live in a town that I lived in for 20 years where I have numerous ex-girlfriends here. And I don't have an issue with any one of them. And so it's like, don't you think one of them would have came forward? I mean, if I lived in a town where I was a known abuser, people would know, I assure you.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, are you watching the video, Kano? The live chat?
Me? Oh, no, I was watching. Here.
No.
I can go over there.
No, I was asking Kano. Kano,
Oh,
are you watching the live chat?
Yeah.
Okay. I need to wipe out the names of people I spoke to. I can't do that right now with my nieces. I'll send them later. Convos on Messenger mostly. Snapchat with Little Miss Noble and Dustin. By the way, I have Snapchat now, but it's very recent. I never had Snapchat back then, so.
Oh, and you can totally call my channel a drama channel. I'm cool with that. Whatever.
Yeah, nothing wrong with it. Look, the way I use drama.
Not a T channel though. Fuck that shit.
The way I use drama channels are channels that really just go out of their way to cause drama,
Yeah.
All right, and then she says, the Katie you replied to is not the real Katie. They made a fake email. This is from Katie Paulson. Who is they?
I'm sorry. You got a super chat. I don't know if you or something.
I already read that one.
Oh, okay. All right, my bad.
I'll read it again. I'll read it again because it's Kawasa. Do people really spend
No, I
time,
see.
effort plotting this lame, stupid shit? Yes. This isn't triggering. It's cringe-hell.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, you did read that. Okay.
You can turn
Which
it
one
on.
am I reading?
She wants me to turn on the air real quick, so hang on. I'll read.
Well, I'll read them all. Whatever.
Yeah, read the highlighted part.
Okay. The Katie you replied to is not the real Katie. They made a fake email. How does she know that? Where's the fake email?
Yeah. Well, who's making these fake emails is what I want to know. I should maybe rephrase that. Who is she's claiming making fake emails? The Katie replied to is not the real Katie, which would be from Little Miss Noble. They made a fake email, but who is they? Has Katie ever said who they is? Here's the fucking problem. She's trying to say Gnat is behind everything, but then saying to Gnat they made fake emails. So who are they? Because sure, Gnat's behind 99%, but Katie is supporting Gnat, it seems, when we get further, and saying other people are making fake emails.
Mm-hmm.
Like, talking about me, and I think she wanted to be talking about Little Miss Noble here, because she's saying the Katie replied to is not the real Katie. Oh, maybe she is. They made fake emails to...
Oh,
well, no, that
I
wouldn't make
get
any,
it. Yeah.
But that wouldn't make any sense. If Katie... I'm just going to say Little Miss Noble because easier. If Little Miss Noble made fake emails, that's still really her then, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't know.
She still would be talking to Little Miss Noble if Ms. Noble made a fake email. So I don't know who this they is referring
No, yeah,
to.
go
this pronoun.
if you go to the next one, yeah, it clears it up. It is the little Miss Noble.
Okay, I replied, thought it was her. Thank you for letting me know. Here we go. Bingo, right here. I confirmed that the Steve account is real. Okay, well, I'm sorry, that's not the one. That is true. That is true. That's not when she says she verifies somewhere in here.
Yeah, you'll see.
Okay, I confirmed that Steve account is real. Yes, but here's my question: how does he verify that?
She verified it by Nat sending a screenshot of your profile.
And that works how?
I don't know.
I don't know how in the world she verified that account was mine. Even though it was
depends
mine, I'm not denying that. But how did she know that?
I think it depends on if you're using like Yahoo or like Outlook.
Why?
Maybe. I don't know. I was making a joke like one verifies it and the other one doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know how she verified. I would love to know her methodology to do that. But yes, it is my account. Oh well. He's not a nice person. Again, yes, I am. Okay, well, in that case, please stay safe. There's nothing physically violent. There's nothing physical evidence wise I can give you, but maybe the police can help you. Blah 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 blah. Who gives a shit? Here, what did he say to you? Just nasty. He was creepy, like weird. The way he talks to women is vile. Really? I'm kind of a soft-spoken kind of guy. I showed my friends. I don't think she has any. I told her, Miss Noble, but he said he's probably just drunk. Really? Cano, how often do I drink?
I drink more than you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like, come on. I wouldn't want to meet him on my own, thank God. Let's just say he scared me. Like I said, I reported it. If I lived here, I would file a proper complaint, as I asked him to stop making gestures, and he didn't. What the hell? Gestures? Police weren't worried for my safety because of his location, but I have given a victim's leaflet to someone to talk to someone. When I told people recently, they said it was probably a fake account and that UniRock was setting him up. I don't trust anyone at present, bar Salts. Now, here's the interesting thing. If Nat wasn't a confirmed liar, people may have believed Nat just like they believe Amber Heard. Right? This is a woman just saying this shit to try to smear me that I've never spoken to in my life.
Mm-hmm.
How fucked up is that?
Yeah, it is.
Luckily, we know that Nat's full of shit. But if we didn't know that, she could have done this to anybody. Anybody. Just like any person can, any woman can especially. And without evidence, certain people leave them. And that to me frightens the shit out of me. So much so that I've distanced myself from people that I was afraid would be willing to lie if we ever got into a disagreement. I don't like having to do that. I want to be able to trust people. But if I think that somebody has crossed lines where they're willing to lie merely because they no longer have an association with you, I find that to be morally detestable, and I will distance myself from that person permanently and as far as fuck I could get away from them. And if anybody blames me for that, I don't give a shit.
And yeah, I don't see how anyone could.
Oh, well, do you know where you're at? This is the internet.
Yeah, all right.
So was this account that he sent it from? Again, that is one of my accounts. Okay, so what? This one. Okay. There's nothing attached. Screenshot. Can you unblock him quickly so you can see the numbers of his followers? Screenshot. It's his real account. Yes, that's true. Can you find any messages from him? The thread as well as others were deleted when I was hacked. Now, here's the thing, Aaron. Do you think do you think Katie, for the split second, thought she was hacked? Is that stupid, or do you think she just didn't care that there's like two liars playing this game of lying with each other? You know, I told
it like almost like to put on a show, or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just bizarre. When you have somebody that's dishonest, like Katie says she was hacked, who believes her? Especially how many people have been hacked? And then out of that group, how many people have hacked a dozen fucking times on 4 different platforms?
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, Katie's been hacked on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, email, MySpace. I mean, I told police can recover them, but they're not sure how it's done. I asked friends I can send them screenshots, and I told them about it, so they might have private messages by February. Okay. Have you told anyone else what I just told you about Steve from Nat? I never mentioned his name. Well, whatever you said, someone knows what you mean. They're not going to hurt you. Just stay calm. Don't respond. Well, whatever I say, Katie, Jennifer Willowhaven, I know who that is. I hate her. She hates me. No love, blah, blah, blah. I don't give a shit about this. Where does she say that she verified it was from my account? I remember seeing something. Yes, she's involved with this stuff.
Yeah, she says it there throughout as you go. But also, I sent you something in Messenger to do when you're done, right when you're done with this.
All right. Okay, so she basically says she confirmed that it's my account, but she never sends any messages from that account. There's no messages that exist. I've never sent anybody messages from that account. So you can see that Katie never verified anything. These are nothing related to me. But not only never sends her any messages from my Instagram account. So how did Katie say, oh, I have verified Steve has messages to Nat sending death threats or telling her to be, to be in line and listen to Melissa Noble, right?
And what I love too is like now, like the fucking people who are obviously, like rooting for Katie now just because they hate us, but like now they're making this argument like, oh well, she never actually said that she verified them.
I saw that
messages came from that. She just verified that the account that Nat showed her was in fact.
That's
Steve's
a lie.
account.
That is a fucking lie.
Why is she even fucking showing Steve the account? It's because of the messages. Like, stop playing the semantics.
Yes, she's literally trying to say...
It's not even semantics. It's just, like, fucking twisting shit for your narrative.
Yeah, she's trying to say that because she confirmed that I have an Instagram account, that somehow... that doesn't translate to her saying that she did verify that I sent her death threats that I never sent. Because that's what she was saying in Kay Baxter's Hangout.
Mm-hmm.
But she had verified that I had sent messages from this account. Not that I have that account. Those are two different claims. The claim that I have an account versus the claim that I sent messages to Nat threatening her, those are vastly two different claims. She only has the evidence for the first one because the first one happens to be true. The second one that she claimed, she has no evidence for it because it happens to be false. And then they're trying to say, oh, but look over here. I'm only talking about the first claim. Because that's what liars and narcissists do.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what's else in here. All right. So is that anything else in here worth going over?
Well, yeah, I think right to the end. Are you at the end?
Yeah, there's more here.
Yeah, you'll probably come up on a bunch of screenshots. Just scroll right through them. There's like fucking like 10 pages of screenshots at one point.
Are you and Saul's going to prosecute me? That one?
Huh? I don't know.
Now it says,
you definitely want to keep reading them. Trust me, the end is the best part.
Okay, so I've scripted all the screenshots. Are you and Saul suing prosecuting?
No, go up. You skipped go up to Tina's messages and right below that.
Oh, I did some.
Oh wait, I'm on the wrong screen. I'm like behind you. I'm sorry. Okay.
Is this more messages or is there anything behind here? I don't think so. Oh, there's more.
No, there's only a couple, and then there's a bunch more screenshots, and then you got the end.
All right, so you guys were taking to Swanson, who gives a shit, blah, 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 blah.
No, but that's a good part, though.
Oh, this?
Well, no, yeah, skip that, yeah.
Okay. But I'm hoping messages can be covered on my end, but please do not put that information public until it's confirmed. Please here state not to. Nat says Salt's. Why is Salt's in a group? Okay. He's not, I don't think. Tina said he was in her group, but you have to ask him. I have no idea. I'm never in a group. The group.
It doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know any of that shit, and I was never in a group of Salts. At least not to my.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
At least not to my knowledge. Was I ever in a group of Salts? I don't think I ever was.
No.
Spotting hackers. Is this of interest?
No, not the spotting hackers. I'm watching.
No, this right here. At one point, Salts were being tagged in posts and Twitter several times a day. I actually gave my Twitter up for a while because it was too much for me to see and deal with. As they had posted my daughter's picture on a dead frog, sent me child deaths, children being shot dead, age 4. And by the way, didn't Katie say that she saw images of all this stuff? horrific pictures being sent.
I think so. Yeah.
Sent naked pictures of Saulce and his children, pictures of Saulce getting out of the car, and then she was trying to say how somehow I was sending some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. I'm not suing you, and I don't believe Saulce is. I spoke to Swanson last year. I can't speak for anyone else. Tina spoke to Clark about being in a Facebook group. You did all this for Clark, didn't you? Who's Clark?
Clark Swanson.
Oh, Clark Swanson.
Katie's talking there. Katie's accusing. Katie's like, you did all this for Clark, didn't you?
I don't think anybody's even spoken to Clark Swanson.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah. This conversation was about Clark, not Saulce, not Clark. I've told Saulce about a conversation. I don't know of his involvement with Steve or Tina. There isn't any. I've never talked to Swanson.
Word.
That's it. I don't know. It just. Oh, here's Shen's.
I was gonna say that's not the end of it, is it?
Oh, what's that?
That's the end of it?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I think I missed this part here. Wait. Here. She pushed you into talking to Tina a lot. Clearly, she's involved. Oh. Okay, she pushed you to talk to Tina a lot. Clearly, she's involved. Who's she talking about?
I think Daddy, maybe. No, I don't remember.
Okay. Yeah, I did speak to Tina on Instagram and Tina and Twitter because LMN told me to do.
Oh, okay.
These are messages sent to me after Alter Evie that was communicated and interrogated for 3 hours behind my back, and some from Sally. Do you have a screenshot of your conversations with Tina? And this is like Katie trying to pump for information, right?
Mm-hmm.
On Instagram, she can take screenshots, but not Twitter, as Saulce has my password and email. Okay, send me what you have from Instagram. What video are they done editing with Dottie? The one they told me they all had heard of Dottie said she had heard too on Twitter that you and Todd were sexually abusing my altars. So that particular video, I do think that Gnat was talking to herself and spliced it all together.
Yeah.
That's my operating thing. So I don't think that I never thought she was talking to Katie, but I couldn't ever figure out who the hell she was talking to. But then after she was coming out with some audio recordings that were splicing together, that made sense. She was probably just splicing itself and doing the conversation both parts. I don't care about that. Who's suing? Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Blah blah. Sue M. Whatever.
The emails.
What? Am I missing things? Shen's patty liners. These were just.
Yeah. Someone. I think it's. I don't know. One of them gets caught like sending these emails to Shen.
Well, it's so funny because Shen says, I may not like Steve, but he's being blamed with zero proof, and these emails show that even Nat isn't sure that it was Steve's real account. So now Katie is so sure Nat is making all this stuff up. Now Katie's all up in their ass. I mean, sorry, Shen's all up in their ass. She'll believe anything about me. It doesn't matter if there's evidence or not, it seems. Here, Katie, where did Steve and Tina threaten you? Also, did she bring up Steve and Tina before? And this is Katie saying this is a fake Steve account. So this is not a fake Steve account. So what did she tell you? These are real screenshots though, because they're the emails above. Yeah. Oh, and there's Menace, another fucking psychopath. No, I sent Sally to show her. Don't care. Don't send our emails to anyone, please. It sucks that it has to be stated, right? I mean, I say things like on record, off record. I'll say things like, I hope you keep this private kind of stuff. It's personal stuff. But, I can't imagine saying, don't send my emails to anybody. Do I do that with you? Hey, Aaron, don't send my emails to anybody.
Too late. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I didn't send them to everyone.
I must have missed this, but how do you get all these emails? This was from Saulce. This, if I'm not mistaken, this was from a data dump that. You're gonna have to walk me through this. From what I understand, Natalie gave her passwords over to Saulce and the FBI, or something along those lines. They went in and they data mined all this stuff.
Yeah, and she's given her password out a couple of times, and that's pretty much what happened. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is stuff that was data mined from her computer when she gave her password over. I think she may have given it over to Rankin first, maybe. or Little Miss No, not excuse me, Irish Badass, or one of somebody. She gave her password to somebody, whether it was Salts or maybe it was Salts. Yeah, because they were monitoring her system, right? And so
they were doing that like back in February. Yeah.
Right. So when they're in her system, they data mined all this stuff, from what I understand. Now, my logistics on that may be a little off, but Salts has, from what I understand, verified these are all legit.
Yeah. And the ones that aren't have been, verified as such too.
Yeah. How did we? Rankin had put them made public to people. As a matter of fact, it's funny because literally today, Salsy had thanked Rankin for being invaluable in all this. So Rankin collected all this stuff. She correlated it all. She was instrumental in really exposing all this stuff, and it was verified by Salsy and the FBI, I guess. And by the way, Katie has never denied any of this stuff, right? It's so funny. She'll deny all this other shit, right? That she knows is actually her. But this she doesn't, because she knows it was verified from the FBI.
Good point.
Let's see here. Anything else in here? I'm just getting really tired.
Yeah,
this is boring.
There's one more about. They're talking about someone. I think I want to say Jennifer Falk, which God rest her soul. But it's the way Katie says, like,
which
it
one
comes back.
Which one is Falk?
Sipping tea under the willow tree.
Did she pass away?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like I don't know, 2 weeks ago, or I think maybe.
I don't recall anything like that.
Yeah, cancer. So.
That's a shame. I'm not. I mean, seriously. I don't like seeing anybody.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know you mean this sincerely.
Yeah.
I know.
I didn't know her very well. She didn't seem to be. I mean, she never came after me or anything. Now, I will tell you, and I you guys can quote me on this. I don't mind. If the other Joe, the sipping tea with Joe, if you would tell me something that happened to her, I wouldn't give a flying fuck.
Okay.
People can run with that all they want. I don't care. At least I'm honest. Certain people, I don't care what happens to them. They're just maliciously evil people. I can't find her name in her. Falk?
Well, I think that's who they're talking about. But
What?
Falk, yeah.
Falk.
What?
Yes. Hang on. It's not in the document, so I don't know what part you want me to go to.
No, it's just I don't know what's in there somewhere. It's I don't know. I forget. It's something about. I remember Katie came back and said, well, yeah, but she's involved in a lot of other stuff or something. Like, basically, it was proven that Jennifer Falk had nothing to do with this or whatever. But Katie's like, well, yeah, but she's not innocent. She's involved in other shit.
Oh, God, that's fucked up, man. Yeah, that's fucked up. All right, let me see what you sent me. Would you send me something else you said?
Yes. A video with a timestamp. Start at the timestamp because I thought after the emails, you just got to play this clip.
Okay, so you sent me two. The first one or the second one?
The last one I sent you.
Let me
yes, right. What I send?
That's 5.5 hours long.
No, I gave you a timestamp at 4 hours, 9 minutes, and 45 seconds.
Why did she just put that in the save? You know, you can, when you save it, you can put the timestamp in there.
I don't know. Okay.
Technology. Okay, 4:09.
Yeah, 45. Give or take.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it close. This is 5. This is that one video, right? This is the main video. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the one that the start of the demise of all these freaking dishonest, fucking shitty people.
Exactly. I mean, if we're gonna look at the emails, that the emails are what directly led to this scene, this clip.
All right. I think I've got it queued up. Let me put it on here real quick. Entertain people. Say something funny again.
Something funny again. I know. It wasn't very
and this is the higher talent, people. This is the higher talent.
You're paying me?
You're never going to headline. You know that, right?
I know. It's okay. I don't want to be the star, anyways. I'd rather be the person behind the star, because then you get all the money and power, but you still get to keep your anonymity.
The star maker.
I'd rather be the writer than the actor.
I like comedy writing. That's fun. Let's see here. All right. Let me just make this a little easier to see. All right. You guys all can see that out there. All right, so let's play this real quick.
I can't see anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I guess I have to share it with you on here. Tab. You should be able to hear it in a second.
I want to say one thing that Nat made very clear, which I think was important.
Yeah.
That she said that like it was not you that initially started a relationship, so you have no guilt there whatsoever. You didn't start this.
I
Or
never
maybe
knew her.
I've
never known her.
To when she's sitting down, that's when she starts talking about
Yeah, and that's what I told
It's-
people
it's
when I
coming up.
asked you,
It's coming
where
up.
did Nat come from? But Nat
Yeah,
said
I like to know that too. Where did that come from? I mean, again, how does she know about the Totati? None of that makes any sense to me.
I know what this Nat's story, but you know, that's just a story, really.
It's irrelevant. Nat could tell me to say that she was born on the planet, and I would check her birth certificate.
says she can't remember. And I find that kind of suspect, but if she doesn't want to answer, she's not going to answer.
Well, they had a plot. They probably didn't tell you about that.
Oh, they had a plot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for the record here, Aaron, who is they?
That would be you,
Mm.
Tina, Nat, Little Miss Noble, and sometimes me. I feel like I'm the Y.
Now, I didn't even know Little Miss Noble even existed. I didn't know Little Miss Noble even existed at this point. I don't know where that name even came from at that point.
Yeah, I first heard of Little Miss Noble like 3 weeks before the stream when she was on Kay's stream herself.
Yeah, I don't think I even had anything message-wise until after the TRO. So, again, where did all these conversations take place? If I never spoke to Little Miss Noble during that time, and I never have spoken to Nat at all, then where is this taking place that Katie's all saying that these people got together and have this big, massive plan? Rotfest tenders $5. Wiener Poo. Can't believe people actually pay me to do stand-up. Really? Really? Wiener Poo. Funny, yes. Thank you, Rotfest tenders. Where do you do stand-up at? Obviously not in a club or any place that pays you. No, I'm kidding. Let's see here.
I didn't know that I was allowed to. I didn't think that was my place. Like, that's your place. You're the victim in this. I'm nothing. So it's not my place to talk for you.
This is where you wanted me to
I
cue it up from.
respect you in that. Like, I get that you hate me, but I respect you enough to not
She's
say a
about to say
word
it.
when I'm
Okay.
told not to.
He's gonna set her up.
Wait. She says, I was told not to. Who told her not to? Again,
I didn't even hear that.
yeah, listen very carefully to that. This is so hard to. It's such a long video that if I go back, even a little bit, it goes back a long ways.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, and that's what I told people when I asked you, where did Nat come from? But Nat says she can't remember. And I find that kind of suspect, but if she doesn't want to answer, she's not going to answer.
Well, they had a plot. They probably didn't tell you about that.
I didn't know that I was allowed to. I didn't think that was my place.
Now listen.
Like, that's your place. You're the victim in this. I'm nothing. So it's not my place to talk for you. I respect you in that. Like, I get that you hate me, but I respect you enough to not say a word when I'm told not to.
There you go. She says, I respect
When
you not
told
to.
not
When
to,
told
yeah.
not to. And nobody says anything. Katie's like, just like trying to like it never happened. Clearly, people had been in conversations with Nat.
And clearly, people told her, "Don't steal Katie's thunder."
Oh yeah, yeah, exactly. There can only be one psychopath in a room at a time, I guess, right?
So do you want to name who she named, Katie?
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What did she just say there? Do you want to name who she named? No, she knows full well who she named.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to the way she asked the question. Do you want to name who she named? Obviously, she knows she named somebody.
Yeah. So yeah, she doesn't say. So you want to tell us what she said?
Yeah, what she's talking
you wanna
about?
Tell us what you know.
Yeah. She knows who she named.
Oh, God. So I saw the screenshot of the actual account she spoke to. It was the real account of the person. She had them blocked. And it was
all that's true so far.
Steve McRae.
Yeah, all
Yeah, but she said of the account she talked to.
right. I'm sorry. That part is the only part that what she said is complete makes the whole. I guess makes it all false. But I do have that account, right? But she said that is the account that she talked to. She never talked to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she cannot verify. That's the point where she lies. She cannot verify. I'm going to replay that. She cannot say that she verified the account that Nat talked to when Nat never talked to me.
Nothing. So it's not my place to talk for you.
I want to hear that very carefully again.
I respect you enough.
I haven't listened to this video in a while.
I get that you hate me, but I respect you enough to not say a word when I'm told not to.
So, do you want to name who she named, Katie?
Today?
Yeah.
Oh, God. So I saw the screenshot of the actual account she spoke to. It was the real account of the person. She had them blocked, and it was Steve McRae.
Okay. She literally just said that Nat talked to me, and she saw the screenshot of the account that she talked to that she never spoke with. That is a lie.
Yeah.
So so everybody out there in the audience who said that she wasn't promoting this bullshit narrative, you now have absolute confirmation that you were wrong on that. She literally just said the account that Nat spoke with, she confirmed was my account, but Nat never spoke to me on that account.
Correct.
There you go.
And then, there you go. She absolutely knew what Katie was going to say. That was expected. That's look, you can go to behavioral analysis, and I guarantee you go to the behavior guy, he'll tell you that. I guarantee he'll say, yeah, that was clearly a response of somebody who was expecting the answer. They knew the answer ahead of time.
I think even when I was listening to it and I heard the name, I was like, oh, you made some sort of just acknowledgement that you just were told something unbelievable.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck? When I first heard this, I was like, are you fucking crazy? What the fuck just happened here? Because I know I've never spoken to Nat. So I was like, how the fuck are you verifying something that never happened? Of course, she was the one that accused me of threatening her if she didn't make a video. That never happened either. All these conversations that Katie talks about have never fucking happened. And she asked why people are suing her. Because she lies. She slanders people. These are outright defamatory lies that are malicious in nature.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how else. What else needs to be proven? If a statement is not factual and she's promoting it willfully, knowing that Nat never showed her any screenshots, know that she didn't talk to me because she has the communications that we just showed. There's not a single instance in that communication where Nat showed her any communication of her talking to me. Right? Nothing. So there's no way she could verify any messages to me from Nat, to Nat, or even from Nat from those accounts, because neither one's existed. So, yeah,
It was not a fake screenshot. It was his real account. We verified it was his real account. She was lied to by them when they found out.
Okay,
that
she was lied to by them, but I've never spoken to her. That is a lie. I mean, does anybody want to defend this shit? Because I would swear to God, I would love for somebody to once for their life stand up for fucking, what they stand for on a real account, not some fucking troll account, and say, oh, no, this is not what they would say. They were saying this. And then we have the evidence right here saying, oh, the opposite. Because it is very clear, black and white, that Katie has said that I was communicating with Nat and that she verified that.
Mm-hmm.
he was threatening her.
He was threatening her. Doesn't she imply that she's somehow verified that I was threatening her?
Something, yeah.
It's my belief that they got nervous that she would say something, and they made her think she wasn't talking to him, but it was really his account.
Okay. Made her believe that she wasn't talking to him, but it's really his account that she was talking to him on that never fucking happened.
Well, if we wanted to make, think about it, if we were behind it, we wanted to make Nat believe that she wasn't talking to your account, wouldn't we just talk to her from a different account, and therefore she would know that it's not your account?
Yeah, wait. Well, yeah, wait, I never thought about that. If I was on an account that's actually my account, trying to make her believe it wasn't my account with my account that's actually my account. This is Inception level shit here. Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so confused. live chat, please help me with this, because this is clear as day that we're being gaslit by people. This is clear as day that we're being gaslit by Katie, Waxy, and Kay. I'm still suing her, Nikki, but it's like I said, there are other options on the table that I'm having. I have had communications with other attorneys relating to other lawsuits that might be a more viable option for me to go with. We have to weigh all my decisions. I like to do what's called binding arbitration because it's less expensive if possible. But we're running into some problems because Katie's not insured. Katie doesn't have any money if she loses to even one of these lawsuits to 7M, and Todd Chrisley comes first. So how much do I want, how much money needs to be spent just to get justice from this fucking woman? Because I'm not looking for a payout. I told my lawyers, and one of these days I'll probably make these public, obviously this private confidential.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, eventually I made my other TRO stuff public. But I told my lawyers, all I want is Katie to admit that she's lied. But they argued to me that probably won't happen. They believe she lied, by the way. They
Right.
definitely think she's an Amber Heard. But they say, look, you cannot basically force somebody to admit that they're wrong because
you can't force speech.
Yeah, they're gonna argue the same thing to you. So you can't make that a condition, right? And I get that, but I was like, well, can I get my story out? If I get it in public record that she lied about me, that to me vindicates me. I don't need a judge to tell me that she lied about me. I don't have to go all that way. I want it on record that there's lies there, right? So, but I have that now with my complaint and her complaint, because her complaint is one big bullshit of lies. It's just absolutely ridiculous. I reread it the other day, and there's a portion in there that I remember reading, but it stuck out to me more. She said something to the effect, oh god damn it, it was blew my mind. God damn it, what was it? I was like, holy shit, I totally forgot she had said this. That it wasn't that just that I faked screenshots. I remember she said I faked screenshots that never faked, so there's no evidence of that. But she said, oh god damn, I have to look it up. There was something about what she said in her complaint. I was like, really? It was almost as bad as her saying that the 7M and the Todd Chrisley were somehow because of Gnat. It was at that level of what?
Oh yeah.
It was that level of what?
I haven't heard it. I heard that she said that. I haven't heard her say that though yet.
Well, I don't listen to her shit. I get sent video recordings. Like these were sent to me by Tina because she said that was sent to her from her. So usually I don't like to say who sent me what, but she said that's fine because she admitted it. Wait, let me see if I can maybe just pull this in my own thing. Anything people want to talk about with you real quick?
With me?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Nobody wants to talk.
I am starting. My eyes are starting to get heavy though, so I'm going to have to get going so I can get some sleep.
Do you have to work tomorrow?
Yeah, I have to work tomorrow or tonight, tomorrow night, whatever. Yeah.
Let me see if I can just find this real quick, and then we'll call it a day.
Okay.
I can't show the thing, but I can talk about it. Let's see here. She says. Oh, here she says this: all of McRae's statements and come-ons were unrequested and unacceptable to Paulson. Because of McRae's consistent and insistent sexual desire, because of McRae's listen to this: all of McRae's statements and come-ons were unrequested and unacceptable to Paulson. Because of Mr. McRae's consistent and insistent sexual comments directed at Paulson, she decided she could not associate with McRae any further. What? It went from sexual harassment to not sexual harassment to she felt uncomfortable.
You talked about his penis, yeah.
Yeah, to saying the word penis, all of a sudden I have insistent sexual comments directed at her. You see how she Amber Heard this shit?
Mm-hmm.
This is literally in the court document. So she is lying, and I want this all on record. Yeah, that just blew my mind. I was like, really? Okay, look it. If you think for a second that I would have any interest in Katie Joy Paulson at any time in my life, you seriously don't know fuck all about me. And this is a narcissistic, egotistical person who would ever make up a lie about a man thinking that, believe all women that Steve had unwanted come-ons. Oh, that Steve, what's the word she uses? Insistent sexual comments directed at Paulson. That is blatantly misusing Me Too. Because everybody knows that never happened. She's consistently said, "Oh, it wasn't sexual harassment. It was just I felt uncomfortable." But when she fucking files a court document, she's accusing me of doubling down on sexual harassment. Are you fucking kidding me?
And I can't stand the vagueness of it either. Come out and say exactly what he said. Say what the offending word was. Don't say
she has no evidence. There's nothing to say.
Insistent
this is why I want it on record. There's nothing there. There's no evidence. There's nothing even in the documents. She has nothing on that. It never happened.
I know.
She's completely doing an Amber Heard. And by the way, I have reached out to very large creators to get my story out. Now, whether they take me up on it, I don't know. But all I'm interested in is getting my fucking story out that this woman, Amber Heard me, and she probably has done it to other people as well, and she certainly has lied about other people. Multiple fucking times. That's all I give a shit about. And I've invested a lot of fucking time and a lot of money trying to have that happen. Even though I got $4,000 some odd dollars in my GoFundMe, I've spent $9,000 in legal fees on this. Because I want her fucking exposed. I want her lies to come out. Period. And so when anybody says, "Oh, well, Steve's GoFundMe is a fraud," blah, blah, blah. How do you have a fraudulent GoFundMe when everything from that fucking fund me went to legal fees over a period of 6 months? But by the way, Erin has seen, and she has known I've spent over $9,000, and I made $4,000. By the way, what's 9 minus 4? 9,000 minus 4? $5,000 out of my own pocket, and I spent another $5,000 on the other case. That's $10,000 of my own money. And people say, like, what, Steve has some money? Yeah, I know how to manage my fucking money. I'm very good at it. I budget.
He's got a great credit score.
I have a
too.
damn good, excellent credit score. By the way, it went up a point too.
Oh, fuck you.
But yeah, I mean, I never claimed I was broke. I said I'm frugal, right? But I've saved up in order to sue her. I saved up I was frugal as shit because I wanted to sue her. That was the whole point of the NDA, that we were going to sue each other, right? So I saved up, but it was just because of other lawsuits, and it's very expensive. And I still don't get why people are talking about the NDA when it came out that her lawyers wanted that. And I wanted it only for 3 months. She wanted it in perpetuity, so to speak. She wanted it indefinite. She wanted it indefinite. And on another TRO from somebody else, she wanted it for 10 years. And I'm like, fuck that bullshit. I don't want it. No. I said 3 months to my lawyer. He's like, I probably won't go for that. I'm like, okay. They came back a year. I'm like, okay, fine. Do it for a year. But that wasn't my idea. You know? Why didn't you go to court instead of signing an NDA? Because my lawyer recommended to me, because I had a defamation case. He said, just who cares about the fucking, if we can get this dismissed, get it dismissed and then sue her. And
I think a big part of it also had to do with it wasn't just that in exchange for a drop to TRO, only you had to sign the NDA. No, you both did.
Yeah,
There's an agreement you both had to enter the same.
But what I give up? The NDA didn't prevent me from talking to her. The NDA only prevented me from disparaging her. And she couldn't disparage me either. And I thought she couldn't abide by that. I'm really surprised. I cannot believe she went a year without disparaging me. Because I was like, oh shit, she disparages me and I get $5,000. Okay, yeah, it works for me. But she didn't. So, that was a two-way street. If she disparaged me, I would have came out ahead on that. But it didn't preclude me from doing anything other than non-disparaging her. But I certainly could do commentary on her, which I did. So the NDA was no big fucking deal to me. That's like, okay, fine, I'll sign the NDA and whatever, because that was my legal advice from my counsel. Because he also said, you never know what happens in a court case. You never really want to take the chance you don't have to. Just do this. Focus on the defamation lawsuit. And by the way, he was so cool that like 6 months later, he even emailed me out of the blue and said, hey, how's your defamation thing going? So that's why I listened to my attorneys, right? Because that's why you hire attorneys that know what they're doing. And by the way, it's so funny is people don't believe me on this, but Erin, she wanted NDAs on the other TROs too. That wasn't their ideas. That was Katie's idea. That's from her. She wanted that NDA. So I don't know what the fuck people are talking about, oh, Steve signed an NDA. Yeah, so what? It was like nothing. I was like, okay, yeah, this is fine, whatever. I won't disparage her. I'm not interested in disparaging her. I just want the truth to come out. So anyways, I know you got to go. It's late. Guys, thank you for letting us vent. My voice is shot, and I got to get up early now. I got to get up at like 8 o'clock, so it's time for me to crash too. But Erin, always a pleasure.
Yes, thanks for having me.
Yeah. I'm going to end this, guys. If you've got questions, let me know. But I think we made our case. I really do. I think that it's obvious that Katie was lying. It was obvious that, yes, Nat was behind a lot of this stuff, but for her to go on her channel and say, oh, the only reason people are suing me is because of Nat, yeah. Anybody who believes that, you're a fucking idiot. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.